Hello? Ain't no party like a nana party. Blizzard Spud! Hello. Hello. Now you can't see me. When you got facial feminizing surgery, did you get the end sculpt, less invasive one? The one that degloves your face? Ew! No? What do you mean? What is this? I'm in a commercial. We're selling iPhones. Yeah, yeah. Why are these ass? Now trending. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, furries, cat boys, cat girls, dog boys, dog girls, welcome to the stream. Today is a special day because we're having a freak off. Hello everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Freaky Friday. Do you know what that means? That's so sad. Take off your clothes. Getting butt naked. Yeah. Yeah. Get out of my face. Hello, Smokey. Ah. My brain is like, I don't know what to do. Time to bust out the 10,000 bottles of baby oil. You guys want to see my drink? There's tadpoles in it. Little like froggy tadpoles that you see like in a lake. Is it gonna focus? They're tadpoles. They're swimming. They're seeds. Nobody. No. If you believe that, you're stupid. They're seeds. Pepper. $5 or 5 Canadian, not $5. Ayo Nana, hello Wesley Chorbrock. Hello. Thank you for the money. Thank you. Hello. Correct, tadpoles are seeds. No. Tadpoles when fizzy bubbles aren't enough? What are you talking about? Yo, how about you and me talk private? You know what I mean? I know. What if people want to talk private with me? What are they gonna say that they can't say publicly? Huh? Who are you? Hey. Hello, David Boom. So glad to see everybody. Welcome to the stream. Today, we're going to get spicy. Actually, before we get to the drama stuff, we're not going to talk about drama. Of course not. I have 2 P.O. boxes. 2 P.O. boxes. P.O. boxes that we can open up. I want to express their deepest sexual fantasies. Oh, yeah. Let me make sure I covered the address completely. I'm paranoid that my address is gonna show somebody else's address, but I put tape over it. And I double, triple check. P.O. boxes? It's a tube. It's a box. It's cardboard. It's a box. Clunk, 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 clunk. Oh, here's my knife. I was gonna freak out. That's not a box, silly. That's a cylinder. That's a box. Every box is probably cylinder. You just gotta look at it carefully. What's up, peeps? I want to listen to something cool, but there isn't anything cool. What if I go to YouTube and we do a Giga Chad remix? Oof, oof, off, off. That destroyed my ears. I'm getting a 12-pack of Rogue Energy. You're gonna have a heart attack and kidney stones, but it's totally worth. Thing says open with arrows. It is impossible to open. There's only 2 things that are gonna be in here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have flowers or alcohol. Which one do you want? Cardboard pipe. It's a pipe bomb! How the... Ah, my hand. Guys, pipe bomb, flowers, or booze? What is it? I'm a trans person, and the name I went is Eevee from Pokemon. I know you're trolling. I'll leave the thing on the floor. I'm at work. I'm gonna say all the bad things. Ladies and gentlemen, flowers! Aww! I'm so scared it's gonna fall apart. My doggy! He walked out, thank God. Now I could roll my chair back without accidentally running him over. Flowers! The roses. Smell them. Smell them. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. That's so pretty. Thank you. What does the note say? Hello, Evelessi. These flowers are the ones I mailed September 12th. I mean, they look dried. They look great. Holding up and shipping? Absolutely. There's no water. P.S. You can tell chat my name when I send you gifts. I like hearing you say my name. Uh-huh. Yeah. No! That's my rule for everybody. I make the exception for you, then I make the exception for everybody. You think I could just say your name and then not say anybody else's? I can't do that. Because I'm going to forget my own rule. So you turn into Alexa Scott, the Asian edition? What are you talking about? That's so cute. Beep. Bop. Piss on the flowers. Why? Type 1 if I should. How do you even think about that? How do you like produce a thought and that thought is to pee on flowers? Say my name. Poor flowers. True. Don't call them poor. Don't financially shame them. This is the last box. Can I zoom out? You know Alexa Scott? No. I'm autistic, that's why. You can't be autistic. Everybody is. It's not fair. You can't just have an excuse. Enjoy your gift. Flowers for a beautiful blank. Lots of blank from blank blank. What the hell? Jesus Christ. Artistic. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pee is a nutrient for flowers, but you need to water it down. I just had my podcast. We did it today, and there was a lot of piss talk. A lot of crossing streams. It was crazy. What is it in here? It's a bomb. It's too light to be a bomb. I feel like bombs are heavier. How do they get it in here if I can't get it out? It's like having foreskin that's too long. I see what you did, streams. What? There we go. What is this? Gifts for her. This is like a toy. Look at that. Gifts for her. It's gonna be like a rose toy. The world's biggest rose toy for the giant clitoris. More flowers. People are gonna think I have cancer. The amount of flowers I'm getting. They're gonna think I'm sick. Ow! Jesus Christ! You gotta open up the package to open up the package to open up the package to open up the package. Ladies and gentlemen, Nat Roses. Nat Roses preserved flowers are 100% real roses. Okay, we're gonna unwrap the unwrapping. I like to wear the seams on the outside so they don't bother me unless they're flat. I wear clothes like a normal person. That's so cute. Do you see it? Do you see it? Am I supposed to open it? How do I take them out? Eat them? It says they're real. I don't think I can pull it out. I want it. It's like super glued. It's a bucket of flowers. I think it's glued in. Looks like a top hat. Thanks for the flowers. Thank you, and they're real. But you can only see the flowers from up down, which is still really, really pretty and insane, and they're purple. Have you guys ever seen a purple flower? I can like... The flower LC. Attention! The top hat is actually a chamber pot. You can tint the roses. I've just never seen a purple flower before. I have a bunch of lilac. Oh, yeah, never mind. I have seen a purple flower before. I'm worried this top is gonna show my tits. And then something horrible is gonna happen. Type 1 for tits. Well, this sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Buckethead. What is this? Ah, yes, bonjour. We are hiding the Zuz body. Oh, why is it so loud? Camera's not even focused. Very nice. Sonic War flashbacks. This is Sonic Unleashed. If you can hear it, that's crazy. That's crazy. What is this? So, apparently, people from India, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of people from India. So if you start using their language on posts, I think it's like Hindu. I don't want to be offensive and accidentally get it wrong. Apparently, you get more views. Bonjour. If that's the case, just make other accounts and start posting to other languages. Same content, same everything, different language. Duh. I think somebody in chat is talking a lot about piss. And, you know, I don't know how many of you guys love talking about piss, but we'll see about that. Hindi's a common language in India. It's probably Hindi. Because it's a word that I used in my Twitter post. I don't know what it means, but if you Google it, I think you get boobs. So I'm scared if I'm going to say it, if it's going to be something inappropriate. Actually, let me just Google Translate. What if it's like a really bad word? Google Translate. Babes! What's my Twitter? Bobby Vagine! Yes. So the word is wata.
With it.
It says it's not Hindi.
Comes. Ata.
Ota.
Ata. Comes. Comes. Ata.
What the? I don't know what that means. But it says comes. So I think it's okay. What the?
Comes.
What if I reverse translate comes?
Ata hai. Comes. Ata hai.
It's completely different. Wow. One day you should do a Halloween live stream. What does that mean? Halloween live stream? You want me to wear a costume? Because I will. And I have. I did the clown. You guys didn't like the clown. I mean, you guys did like it, but I didn't like it. It was weird. Naughty Google Translate. Be Joker. I wasn't being Joker. It was just clown. It wasn't Joker. It was just clown. You guys are crazy. Clown. Kermit or nothing? No, it was Joker. It was clown. You guys are dumb. Where is this? Why do you stream on YouTube and not Twitch? Shout out to all my Twitch viewers that are watching me on Twitch right now. Woo! I stream on both. It's crazy. We have technology where you can stream anywhere all the time for no reason. I'm scared. Imagine streaming on Twitch. Ew. Gross. Gross. I don't have anything set up. I'm just hoping everything just works the way it's supposed to work. Like if I click on this. If I click on this, there you go. I'm just base. Imagine. Do a live stream at a haunted house. I don't get scared. I can watch horror movies and I don't get scared. I like jump scares will be like, whoa, and I'll be like, that's fine. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, there's a ghost. Guys, run, there's a ghost. That is weird. I want to have an awakening. I want to be haunted by an actual ghost. I want something supernatural to come fuck me up already. I don't believe in ghosts. Make it happen. Let's do it. So real. You have a full body picture on Patreon. We're perfection. Are you guys being coomers? Chill. So you're really not Mexican? I'm not Mexican, guys. I'm sorry. It's not my choice. Okay, so we're gonna I want to talk about controversial stuff. All right. There's one thing that I saw on Twitter that I'm not allowed to post. It's a bunch of furries or trans cat boys or something like that. They're furries. It said cat boy or something. And they're just fucking snorting coke and then like they're making out immediately after. And I forgot what the caption is. But I think that is really cringe to be promoting hard drug use. Think about it. Cringe. I think if you want to do hard drugs in your own free time, you should be allowed to, right? But you shouldn't be telling other people, like, look how fun this is, and then they start making out and everything. I think we should shame them. If you want to do hard drugs, go for it. On your own free time, go for it. But don't involve other people to do bad stuff. You know what I mean? I'm dying. This person on Twitter says, some of y'all fell for the war on drugs. Propaganda shows it. I'm stupid. This person on Twitter says, some of y'all fell for the war on all drugs. And it shows. Like, you're stupid. What do you mean? You know what drugs are bad? Do you guys know why drugs are bad? That's crazy. You're gonna have permanent brain damage. You're gonna become so addicted that it's gonna be crippling your entire life. And so many people are like, oh my god, so base, yes, do whatever you want. It's like, yeah, do whatever you want. Don't promote it. Don't tell people that it's fine or anything. Cocaine's gonna destroy your life. If you get addicted to that, you're fucked. If you do it constantly, you're destroying your brain, you're destroying everything. Yeah, you should be doing something more productive, but we're all humans. We're all gonna do whatever the hell we want to do, and that's fine. But just don't tell everybody it's fine. That's crazy. That's crazy. There's things about like LGBT people that I don't like. I'm sure some of you guys can also think of some stuff that you don't like. But I kind of hate that like nobody is promoting like self-improvement stuff, you know? Nobody's promoting like family values or like stuff like that. Because now we're doing hard drugs. We're promoting like cocaine and heroin and being like, yeah, it's fine, guys. It's totally okay. It's not okay. It's weird and bad and dangerous. People can't handle it. I don't think it's fine. I think it's crazy. This person says, I would be shocked if some of y'all still considered weed to be a gateway drug. Weed is 100% a gateway drug. It's already been proven. Once you've done weed, you can do all the other drugs. Everyone that's done all the other drugs have probably done weed. Weed is probably one of the starter ones. For the majority of people, it is a gateway drug. Maybe for you it isn't, but for the majority of people, if you're okay with weed, then that's fine. But if you're doing hard drugs, you probably have done weed already. You know what I mean? I just think it's a bad time. You shouldn't be promoting it. There's people on Twitter that are defending them, saying like, yeah, that's fine. No, it's not fine. I think we should shame them. If you're going to be doing hard drugs publicly like that, I think we should shame them. It's fine to do drugs in your own time. I think it's fine. Just be safe and responsible about it. But don't tell people to do it with you. That's irresponsible and stupid. Back in the day, we used to bully people that were, like, irresponsible and stuff, and that would help them out, apparently, or something. But now it's kind of like, it's shameful to bully someone, even though they're doing something that's not good. It's a really weird area right now. Well, alcohol's a drug. Well, caffeine is a drug. It's not the same. It's not the same. Alcohol is bad for you. Be responsible with everything that you do, obviously. Coke is destroying South American communities? Probably. It's not chill. Yeah, people normalizing cigs again. Cigarettes are so weird. Go do something cool, you weirdo. Nano's a gateway drug, true. Right, because alcohol is socially acceptable to not be considered a drug. That's different. Alcohol is bad for you. Be responsible for it, you know? Same thing with alcohol. Be responsible for it. But doing coke and heroin and making it seem like it's nonchalant and letting other people be like, yeah, it's fine. That's a no-no. Especially when it's coming from the LGBT community. We've got too far where now we're promoting fucking hardcore drugs. I know it's always been in the community, but like, keep it low key, you know? Chill. If you want to do that, go for it. It's in a weird area. The government, fuck the government, and fuck everybody, you know? Be safe. It can be used for therapy or whatever. Yeah, if you're going to be doing it. But of course, LGBT people are not doing it for therapy. They're just going to have sex immediately after. They're just going to be like, I'm a cat boy. Ooh, ooh. I'm a furry. And then they're going to like, they're like, ah. It's crazy. Bruh, that's because people in the LGBT community are exactly the same as everybody else. True. We're all gay. We're all exactly gay. I didn't read exactly. The number of two, it's all about the number of drinks. 2 is normal, but I think 3 means you're an alcoholic. No. Absolutely not. I could finish a whole bottle of wine and then I won't have wine for like another like month. Putting poison in your body isn't what love looks like. Sure. Everything you put in your body is probably bad for you to a certain degree. It just depends how much of it you put into it. Puts my drink down slowly? No! I just don't like the normalization of doing hard drugs. Let some other people do it. Let the homeless people normalize it first. Don't let, like, cat boys on Twitter ruin it. And now furries are out here being like, yay! I know they've always been doing it, but they need to chill the fuck out. Because that ain't it, chief. That ain't it. We need, like, more, like, trans people or, like, LGBT people being like, yeah, self-improvement. Yeah. I'm eating healthy. I'm doing this thing. My family's so cool. We're going on vacation and stuff. This is how you treat people with kindness kind of stuff. It's super weird. Super, 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 super weird. We don't need hard drugs to be a part of branding. Yeah, we don't want that. But poppers! That's a you problem. That's a skill issue. Self-engoonment. Oh, yeah, baby. Like, if you want to do drugs, go for it. Do it in your own time. Don't be an idiot. And it's always the people that are promoting it, they look crazy. The people that are promoting hard drugs, they look crazy. Hit the catnip. If you want to do it in your own time. Just don't tell other people to do it. And try not to, like, peer pressure other people to do it. That's mean. Yeah, I don't actually think family values actually matter. You're just talking about peeing everywhere. You're like, peeing that, peeing this. You don't think anything matters. Whippets are healthy. Like the thing with galaxy gas. That is crazy. Apparently one galaxy thing, because everybody's like huffing it, they're whippets. One galaxy thing container can do like thousands, can give you thousands of like recharges on whipped cream. Nobody needs thousands of refills on whipped cream. It's like impossible. And that's how they're advertising it as. If you want to go ahead and destroy your brain cells, go for it. But I don't want to see you advertising it and saying how cool and whatnot and all of that. Just get that out of my face. That ain't chill. It's insane. Whip it's good. Is sugar a drug? What about caffeine? Nah. It's not the same as hard drugs. It's not the same. That's just weird. Very, very weird. I'm trying to see what else is on here. But whipped cream is delicious? Yeah, eat whipped cream. Go for it. You're literally killing your brain cells. Nitrous gets you high by starving your brain of oxygen. That's what I've heard. You feel high because you're suffocating. That is crazy. Finally, an example of furries doing something weird. Here. if you're gonna do drugs, be smart and safe about it. Maybe it's like therapeutical for you. That's fine. But at the end of the day, don't harm other people. That's my line. Don't show yourself harming yourself and other people and disguising it, being like, this is so quirky and fun. It probably is. But now you're gonna have like long-term brain damage. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. What is this? TLDR, I support decriminalization and destigmatization of both drug use and addiction, broad, comprehensive, and available education on safe usage centers, and not widely available but free Narcan and drug safety tasting kits. Most of that is cool. Like, yeah, we should teach people to be safe. We should have like testing kits and everything. Absolutely. But the stigma, I can't even say that word. Making it so it's like normalized, that's not okay. Normalizing hard drugs, I don't think that's okay. If you're on that shit and you're stuck on that shit, that sucks, and there should be resources to help you out. But we shouldn't normalize that kind of stuff. That's crazy. I found the post. Line frauding with the birthday girl. I can't show you the video. But they're just got a straw and they're going on it on top of like an Amazon box. And now they're making out. They're just straight up snorting coke. That's crazy. Do y'all think people got this mad when the cute heroin dropped? This person is... That's evil. I'm gonna show the post. I'm showing it. Will it let me or do I gotta sign into Twitter? Why do I gotta sign into Twitter to... I don't want to make an account. I have an account, but I don't want to log in because there's porn everywhere. 60% of Twitter is bots and then porn. Sincere thoughts. Every video like this posted online should have another pic/vid in the replies of them testing their shit. It's not even about testing your shit. It's about, we don't want to promote really bad stuff for people. Queer people, just like the subjugated, I can't even read this. When you start bringing in people's races, when you start being like, oh, marginalized groups, all of this stuff, we're treated bad. And then they're like snorting cocaine and doing drugs. Don't advocate for doing bad drugs. That's crazy. Bully people for that shit. That's horrible. Help them out. If they're promoting it, bully them. If they're stuck on it, help them out. That's my take on it. Hi, Nano. It's been a while. Hello, Xolotl. Did you say drink drugs? Drugs are bad. I don't think the girls in this video are doing anything explicitly wrong in their use. Like how they're using it, or like, what about it? I do, however, think it has been the easiest thing in the world for them to write something off encouraging people to test their shit. It's not just about testing their shit. That's the only person that this person's care. They'll have like a long essay about how it's okay to use drugs, but you gotta make sure you test it. That's not the important part. That is important, but we just don't want people on drugs. We want people to be like functional, healthy human beings that don't have to use drugs. And if you're gonna be using it, that's fine. Do it on your own. We're just not gonna be encouraging people to do hard drugs. I just think it's sus. And the people that are always promoting it are the people with the most sus profiles. Absolutely sus. If you look at their bio, they're gonna have the most crazy stuff. Their profile picture is gonna be like something weird. It's everything about it is like, why would you take advice from somebody like that? Why? People are on this for a good time, not for a long time. I feel that. Just take some mushrooms and go for a good run. Be safe. You probably shouldn't go on a run if you're gonna be high, you know? Especially hallucinating on shrooms. That's crazy. Drugs can be done safely. That's the problem. It can be done safely. But the problem is it's gonna be addictive. And now your whole life is ruined. Because the thing about drugs, they're just gonna make you feel so good that you can never replicate it again. That feeling of being like, oh my god, I feel so good. But they don't talk about that. They're just like, yeah, be safe about it. Go ahead, do it. Just be safe about drugs. But they don't talk about the long-term effects. That's crazy. Wonder what else other people are saying. I know you smell like shit. You're dumb as fuck. It's actually insane that they really believe that doing some drugs with your friends one time will turn you into a crackhead. If you become addicted to it, then you're fucked. If you're trying to rechase that feeling, then you're fucked. Doing it once probably won't kill you, but it's getting addicted to it and doing it again, and you're just screwed. That's I just hate that it's... Why does it gotta be people on my side? Why does it gotta be LGBT people? I think that's crazy. Just let the guy, somebody else do it, you know? Let someone else ruin their lives. It only takes one time. It can't take one time, or maybe you don't get addicted. Everybody's built different. Everybody is different, right? We're not all the same. That's crazy. Unbase. Because in the fridge is a society. My family came straight over the fucking border from Mexico legally. We were on the fringe of society, and we didn't fucking do drugs. A lot of like Mexican households will be like, "Oh, you're doing drugs? That's not good. That is not good. You're gonna get disowned from the family if you're doing drugs." That was so loud.
One just gifted 1 subs.
Proteus, thank you for the sub. Not worth the brain cells they're frying to worry about it. Just let them do it. Let them face the consequences. Any done in excess is bad. Loving someone too much, doing too much. Exercise, riding a humongous toy. Thank you for that. I'm your biggest fan. I'm gassy. Just want to watch a YouTube video.
And not
I'm riled up.
this bag right here costs
I saw the intro of this. This is crazy. Where is this? Let me move my camera so it's just nicer. We're talented people to live our lives. It's not just that. It's just don't be addicted to drugs. Don't be an idiot. Do whatever the fuck you want and it's nobody else's business until you start involving other people by encouraging hard drugs. That's the line. Once you start encouraging hard drugs to other people that have never done it or don't want to do it, or you're pressuring them, peer pressuring them to do hard drugs, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. If you want to go ahead and do heroin on your own time, just don't peer pressure, tell other people to do it. You know what I mean? Literally that. Stop telling people how to live their lives. It's crazy. How much you think this bag is, everybody? This freaking bag. It looks like it's made out of crocodile skin. I think you can't. I think crocodile skin is illegal. Like you can't. Oh, my. No! Be honest, it's a designer bag. How expensive do you think it's gonna be? It's a designer bag. This is crazy. This video is called The Designer, How Designer Brands Want to Keep You Poor. It's actually insane. 3,000, 2,000, 20 bucks, 5,000, 400.
this bag right here costs 300,000.
300! That's a whole house. That's like 3 years of that's like 5 years of a normal person's salary or something. That is crazy. Why does this exist? That is crazy.
Dollars, and not because it's lined with diamonds or was owned by the late Queen Elizabeth, but because this is a Birkin bag.
So I think with Birkin bags, you don't get to pick what bag you have. It's kind of like you have to spend a certain amount of money before you're qualified to be able to buy one of those bags. And you don't even get to pick what bag you get. I think they just give you one. That's crazy.
If you're not familiar already, the Birkin bag is considered the most expensive luxury handbag in the world. The costs range from $8,500 to $300,000
You can't
a
even
bag,
tell that
and
it's
that's not even
special.
considering the purchasing history that you need to establish with Hermes just to be considered able to buy a Birkin bag. Because you can't just walk into an Hermes store and buy a Birkin bag at the register. You have to establish a purchasing history with Hermes, meaning you frequently buy a variety of their other products like scarves and makeup.
My game plan was to, wear a lot of my Hermes items to show that, hey, I'm an Hermes customer and I'm just not like, because tons of tourists just come in who have never purchased any Hermes in their life. And the first question I was asked was, do you have an Hermes bag? So I'm wearing my 2-click H bracelet, got on my...
Why would you try this hard? Please let me buy your $300 bag, $300,000 bag, please.
Hermes Kelly belt, Hermes CDC belt, my twilly around my neck. You know, I'm a loyal customer, etc., etc.
Imagine if Dick's Sporting Goods did the same thing, and just to buy a basketball, you also had to buy a kayak golf club and some of Dwayne Johnson's Under Armour line.
Oh, yeah.
Be ridiculous. And yet that's the reality of buying a Birkin bag. I would argue it is the physical epitome of manufactured exclusivity.
It's 4,000.
I know.
And there's a waiting list.
I assumed.
5 years.
For a bag?
It's not a bag. It's a Birkin.
But, like, can you even tell that it's a Birkin bag? I've seen lots of handbags, and you can get stuff that looks like this for cheaper, and you won't even know. You can get a bag that looks exactly like that. It probably won't be made out of crocodile or alligator skin, but you can get something like that for cheaper.
And yet, despite the many hoops and long wait lists that are associated with this bag, people keep flocking to it. They might save money for years just to buy one bag, which, by the way, you often don't get a say in what kind of color or style of bag
That's
you get.
horrible.
But if you want a Birkin bag, you're gonna have to take what they give you.
You
So
can't
why is
even
this
pick
happening?
what you
What
want.
is so magical about this bag? Obviously, the answer is subjective. You could argue it's because the materials they use are super high quality or because it's handmade by artisans. But I think the answer is a little more primal than that. We seek social status from what we wear to where we go to school to the handbags we carry. We want to be perceived as high status, especially higher status than
Not gonna lie, if I see somebody wearing Gucci, I can tell that they're stupid. Because, like, Gucci has, like, the biggest fucking logo ever. Their clothes and stuff might look expensive, but they might be, like, at the places that are not expensive. The car they drive might just be, like, some used, like, piece of crap thing, which is totally fine. But it's like, you're wearing Gucci, but your car over here is breaking down. You're, like, wearing Gucci, but you're at McDonald's. It doesn't make any sense. Treat your body better. Why would you go to McDonald's if you can afford Gucci when you can just eat some better quality food?
those around us. Designer items like the Birkin bag become this cheat code of sort in our modern consumerist culture. Robust generational marketing has labeled values, status, wealth, and some indescribable specialness to designer items. And those who buy into the marketing messages therefore assign those same labels to the person
McDonald's is
owning
good.
the designer items. The world of designer brands from Louis Vuitton to Rolex
great.
is one where social status is achieved purely through consumption and spending. It's a system that can easily keep you poor if you're not careful, which is why I want to dive into this topic of designer brands for today's video.
Can you imagine somebody looking at another person and be like, ew, you're not wearing Gucci. Ew, you're not wearing design. Nobody's gonna ever say that. If you look good, then people are gonna be like, yeah, you look rich if you look good. And you can probably look good for cheap. You don't gotta be spending this much.
Let's talk about how designer brands target the poor instead of the rich, how they prey on our psychology, help destroy the planet, and how rich we could possibly be if we didn't spend money on designer products. By the way, if you're interested in more videos on money, media, society, and intentional living, be sure to subscribe and check out my other video essays. I'm
Whoa,
trying
it's
to post every
glowing.
other week. Right now it's more like a monthly
Subscribe
cadence.
button
And my goal with
glowed.
these videos is to share financial education in an interesting, accessible way, while also encouraging people to reduce consumption for our planet. Be sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching. So first things first. Designer brands will keep you poor. Emphasis on keep, because despite the high prices, these brands are targeting the poor and not the rich. They're targeting the people who want to look rich. Middle and lower class folk
Nano most probably owns a Birkin and Gucci, just trying to take away the competition. True. Absolutely true. You know what my outfit is? This is Shein. Shein. It's like $5 or $4. The bras from Shein as well, $5 or $4. These super nice sweatpants are like $10. 10. Everything I have is pretty cheap. I do have expensive stuff, and I feel like because of that, because I have expensive stuff, I've already shopped at these stores. I feel like I'm able to have a good opinion on stuff. I've gone to these stores. They make you feel so good. Whenever you go to Gucci or any designer like Balenciaga or whatever, they make you feel good because you have one-on-one with the salesperson. They bring you products. And not only that, I brought my friend over from somewhere, went to California. And we went to a bunch of like really nice stores. They give you champagne. You get one-on-one time, and they give you free alcohol. It's crazy. It is, and then not only that, when I went to go buy like jewelry, they give you the most exclusive stuff to try on, and alcohol. It is crazy. You get the most crazy, nicest. You're treated like a fucking god and like a fucking emperor when you show up, because they know you're gonna buy shit, and it's crazy.
Folks who don't have that much money or savings, that is the bread and butter of designer brands.
Targeting the
Steve
poor.
Jobs is famous for his black turtleneck look, amongst other things. Despite
Yeah,
his
that's the other thing. Billionaires and stuff like that, you don't even see what brand they're wearing. Meanwhile, people that pretend to be rich, they show you what brand they're wearing. It is stupid. If you're really rich, you don't show off that you're rich. You don't let people know that you're spending that much money, you know? That's weird.
immense wealth, he always kept that same very simple look. No designer logos in sight. And this is the same case for many of the uber rich. Bill and Melinda Gates, Mackenzie Scott, Melanie Perkins, Mark Zuckerberg, Whitney Wolfe Herd. These aren't people who are running around in Gucci slides and Versace belts and Louis Vuitton emblazoned outfits. No matter how much I would kill to see Bill Gates dripping in Gucci, it'd be a look. But why don't we see the uber rich in these designer brands? I think it's because they
why?
don't need to prove they're rich. We know. And I think that's what designer brands are really selling. They're selling conspicuous consumption, aka the spending and consumption of luxuries in an attempt to enhance one's prestige.
So you buy the designer stuff so you can show off to people that you're rich, when in reality, you're not rich because you spent all the money on designer stuff. Does that make sense?
Basically, they're selling you a costume so you can pretend to look rich.
It's a
Except that isn't
costume!
typically what rich people actually look like. If anything, designer brands can have the opposite effect and make people think you're desperately trying to fit in with the rich. Maybe this is a bit harsh, but it kind of feels like this neon sign that says, I'm overcompensating. I don't really belong with the
That's true. So when I took my best friend out, we were getting like matching handbags. They were expensive, but they weren't like thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? Because it's leather. If you want to get leather, leather is expensive. And this is like actually leather. So that's cool. It's going to last forever and it's really nice. But they treat you very, very nice. But like she was wearing like something from Shein, like a cardigan that had like a bunch of like holes, and it was like, it looked very comfy and casual. And they were asking her, oh, who made that? Who's the designer? Who's the person that did that? Some Asian kid from China, unfortunately. It sucks. The industry sucks. But it's like, they thought it was something really valuable. They thought it was something incredible. And it is. It's really nice. And it's like, they're asking, who's the designer? And it's like, we don't know.
wealthy.
We don't know.
How can we tell when someone is pretending to be rich? When someone is a stereotype or almost like a caricature of a rich person? The brands they wear, perhaps the brands they show on display, when you are trying too hard.
Her lip filler is so weird. Because you can tell that you have lip filler, but the goal of lip filler is to make it look like it's not there, but you can tell that it's there. Is she an example of what she's talking about?
And that's usually a big giveaway when someone is just faking it because they're trying to overcompensate for something that is not really there.
And actually, in a study conducted by the American Affluence Research Center,
But a fat injection, it seems fine, because I did that, and I stopped at that. It seems tempting to get more procedures done. I'm not gonna lie, to get more like facial plastic surgery stuff, but it's kind of, that's a slippery slope. I feel like FFS is literally a medical thing. Facial feminizing surgery. So a lot of trans people that went through male puberty will have like male facial structures. So they get the surgery and then they get female facial structures. They kind of like soften everything. That seems more of like a medical issue rather than like cosmetic, even though technically it is cosmetic, you know? I think that's different. That's completely different. The problem with Botox is that it often expands over time and leads you to needing more. Yeah. And your skin stretches. Oh no. Then your skin stretches? Then you're gonna get wrinkles. This is never ending.
And analyzed by Unity Marketing, more than 300 consumers with a minimum net worth of $800,000 were surveyed, and they found that many wealthy shoppers consider certain luxury brands overrated, including Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Hermes, Prada, and Rolex. When I think about what it means to be rich, I think about the phrase millionaire next door. There are nearly 22 million millionaires in the US, and I bet many of them you
22
would never
million?
know are millionaires. Chances are one of them might be your next door neighbor. Unassuming, driving a
22 million millionaires? It's probably the people. No, it doesn't count. That doesn't count. It's gonna be like retirement money. That doesn't count. It's gonna be people cashing out their 401ks or something. That doesn't count.
Kia, shopping at Costco and TJ Maxx. They're not trying to be flashy. They're not out buying the most expensive version of everything because they understand the value of money, the value of being frugal, and making more than you spend. Basically, the caricature of the millionaire that we've grown up seeing on TV and now on social media is one that requires $100,000 watches and jet setting and designer brand outfits. But that's not realistic, it's just flashiness. And you might say, hey, but all these celebrities and influencers I see, they're always wearing designer and they're totally rich. And you're right. Dua Lipa wears a lot of Versace, Billie Eilish wears a lot of Gucci, Kim wears a lot of Balenciaga.
Here's the thing. When you see these people wearing designer, it's because it's gifted to them. This is free advertisement. Or maybe they're being paid and they're not saying anything. They're like, I'll give you this much money if you wear our clothes with our logo when you're out doing this thing. That's the biggest scam. And then people that are like, oh my God, I want to be just like them. I want to look like I'm rich and famous and I want to be rich and famous. And they're going to copy what they're doing. But they're the ones being paid to do it.
She should probably cut that partnership though. Many of us are first exposed to the designer world through our favorite celebrities. But what we don't see is that behind the scenes, these influencers and celebrities get sent so many free products from designer brands too. Because they know that it's free marketing if that celebrity or influencer is pictured wearing or holding that item. And some celebrities, like the ones I just mentioned, have official ambassadorship partnerships with these designer brands.
And I've fallen into this trap, and it's really embarrassing and really cringy to admit. But once you do start making money, you're gonna be like, yeah, I want to start experiencing the good stuff in life. And then you start buying designer stuff. And after I bought designer stuff, I realized how fucking stupid it is. The only time it's worth it if it's like a good quality thing that was actually made well and it's like decently priced. Like the boots I have from MCM are like $700. But if you look anywhere for like good quality leather boots, that's how much they cost. Leather's kind of expensive. It's kind of a lot. It just depends what designers, but most of them are going to be dog poo, and you're going to realize that.
Brands where they're paid to constantly wear their stuff. Because of all this, there's this illusion that designer brand items equate wealth and coolness. It feeds straight into our psychological desire to fit in and be part of an exclusive club, especially one where our peers are our rich and famous idols. It preys on insecurity, and unfortunately, the people most vulnerable to
Has
this
anybody here honestly seen somebody wear something designer and you're like, wow, they're really cool? Has anybody really thought that? Because I think when you're buying it, you think that other people are going to perceive you as cool. No, yeah, nobody's going to think that. I think you're going to, imaginary thoughts are going to be like, people are going to think I'm cool, but nobody cares. In fact, they're going to be like, you're stupid, because I've seen how much that stuff costs, and you're dumb.
And messaging and insecurity are middle class and lower class folks.
I saved change over a year and I was able to buy the bag of my dreams. So you would be surprised at how much saving change can do for you.
This video I found of people waiting in line for Supreme launch was especially interesting to me because I think it nicely juxtaposed these high ticket items with the low earning buyers pretty well.
I go to college, so I can't afford the CDG collab.
I go to school.
So how do you have money to buy this?
I collect my parents' allowance.
While also showing the allure.
I spent all of my college money on the best gaming computer that I could afford, and it was the piece of shit box, but that was worth every damn penny. That was so worth it. Those kids that are buying a Supreme, like anything, they're stupid. You're gonna get like a couple of hours of value, and you're gonna forget about it, and that's it. That's crazy. You too? Yeah, I'm sure that's normal. That's way cooler. That's way cooler.
That just the designer name alone had for these people.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. Worth every dime.
Because it's Supreme.
Because it's Supreme.
Another thing I think about is this viral story about a woman who took her mom on a Dior shopping spree after her mom was treated poorly at a Dior store. According to the daughter, the mom had been ignored by a Dior sales rep because—
Wait! Wait, what? What?
the mom was dressed poor. Which you'd think, like, if a store was treating my mom that way, we wouldn't go there. How rude. But instead,
I went to Balenciaga with my family once, and I wanted to get bracelets for me and my sisters and stuff. And they treated us like shit, like they kind of ignored us and everything. Never went back. I saw what products they have. They're really shitty and overpriced. Didn't go back. Why the fuck would I go back? Who am I showing up? The one person that ignored me, I come back and I'm like, hey, I showed you by spending thousands of dollars. No. What do you mean? They won.
instead, it kind of had the opposite effect. They went back there and they purchased a lot of stuff. And just looking quickly at some of the Dior products online, I know that shopping spree cost multiple thousands of dollars. Like this one Dior bag cost as much as some cars and house down payments. That was no chump change. What's interesting is that this rudeness the mom experienced is an alleged technique designer brands use to boost sales. Sales staff rudeness causes what's known as the Pretty Woman effect, which is referencing the Julia Roberts movie Pretty Woman, where she goes and buys a ton of luxury goods after being dismissed by one of the sales reps.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
Sauder Mark.
What?
Smiley face.
I saw. Thank you for the sub. If somebody treats me like shit, I ain't coming back. Are you kidding me? I ain't coming back. What? I'm gonna leave some bad reviews and tell everybody I know that how shitty you guys were. I'm not coming back.
Marketing professor Darren Dahl, who researched this effect,
They
explains
probably get commission too. So it's like they're winning. You're just losing and then losing really hard.
that designer brand sales reps, quote, can end up having a similar effect to an in-group in high school that others aspire to join. For the study, participants imagined or had interactions with sales representatives, rude or not. They then rated their feelings about associated brands and their desire to own them. After being treated poorly, participants who expressed an aspiration to be associated with high-end brands reported an increased desire to own the luxury product. Designer brands attempt to hijack our psychological desire to fit in and display status. We want to be seen as the richest person in the room, the richest amongst our friends, the richest person at work. The problem is, there's always going to be someone.
I get off on helping people out whenever I can. Me helping people in any shape or form, that's what I live for. But what do you mean people live to look rich? I want to be rich so I can help people around me. I'm a beta. I love helping people. It just feels good.
Richer.
But like, that's why I want money. But other people want money so they can look rich. Huh?
It's always going to be someone with more money, more bags, more designer things, more whatever. Even Elon Musk, who was the richest man in the world for a while, he's down $200 billion. There's always going to be someone else. And even if he still was at the top, there's a ton of other metrics that he'll never be the top of because there's always just going to be someone else. Because that's life. There's always going to be someone with some other super.
Everybody has heard that, but you have to hear it every so often or else it's not going to be on your mind and then you're going to go crazy. There's a lot of really basic phrases like drive safe or something like that you need to be told on a regular basis because or else it's not going to be on your mind and you're going to do something really stupid. Even though this is really obvious, it's important to have it on the mind.
Superlative that you don't have. And it's really easy to get caught in this cycle of chasing status symbols like designer handbags or luxury cars. But this cycle of chasing will leave or keep most people poor. When you're
expensive cars, I'm gonna say it. I think it's stupid. If you're gonna get like a McLaren or something, I get it. If you want like a nice car, I get it. But if you're going like above and beyond, it's stupid because a lot of these people aren't even gonna go on racetracks. So what's the point of having a really good car if you're not going to like utilize what it's capable of doing? It doesn't make any sense. A lot of people will just buy really expensive Audis or BMWs and not use it. Why?
Caught in the cycle, your time isn't your own. It's owned by the drug of buying manufactured status, which is paid for by the hours of your life at a job. The way I think about it is the more designer items you buy, or really anything that you buy, the more of your life you're trading away. Obviously, we have to spend money to survive, but the level of excess that designer brands promote is not essential to live. I argue instead, it actually robs us the chance to truly live. For myself,
Somebody says, have you ever gone off-road with your RAV4? No, but nobody in my family has a car that can put stuff in it. Everyone, like, my sister has a Tesla, you can't fit, like, if you're gonna buy something big, you can't put it into your car. My car, it's available. If my family members want to buy something, like a big TV, it has room in the back. And that's like the most important thing that I bought it for. So when I move, I can move all of my stuff. If I need to make like a big purchase or something, I can just put it into the car and actually make it fit. My other option was to get a truck. But I'm not gonna get a freaking truck! Are you kidding me? Ew. So I got the compact SUV, RAV4 or whatever.
This bag right here.
Where were we? Millionaire next door. That's just because it's retirement funds. Pretty Woman effect.
But this cycle of chasing will leave or keep most people poor. When you're caught in the cycle, your time isn't your own. It's owned by the drug of buying manufactured status, which is paid for by the hours of your life at a job. The way I think about it is the more designer items you buy, or really anything that you buy, the more of your life you're trading away. Obviously, we have to spend money to
isn't that a movie that they're showing right now? Like, if you want to make a purchase, they subtract it from how much time you have to live. Is that a movie? Because that's kind of true. You are paying for it with your life. You are kind of stuck working more.
Survive, but the level of excess that designer brands promote is not essential to live. I argue instead, it actually robs us the chance to truly live. For myself, I think a lot about intentional living. This is where you're aware of what your personal values and beliefs are, and you try to actively make decisions that align with those values and
sometimes
beliefs.
you mess up, and
it's
it's
the reason
fine.
I personally don't buy designer goods, because the values don't align with my values, and I think that my time and money could be spent better elsewhere. And one of the values that doesn't align with mine is that of the designer industry's wastefulness.
What do you mean?
This is what Coach's dumpster looks like, and they slash everything up.
Okay, that's messed up. They literally cut their goods? What? What?
They slash them up so you can't, I guess, resell them or try to return them or something for money. It completely trash their merchandise.
Artificial scarcity.
Many designer brands are notorious for intentionally destroying their extra product.
What?
Coach was called out for it after that video that you just saw, and in 2018,
Coach, I'm gonna talk shit. Coach ain't even that good. Coach is affordable for most people, I think. Like, it's expensive, but I think you could make it work. Not most people. Everyone's gonna be no. But Coach is like the lower end, and they're slashing their goods. They think they're good enough to slash their goods?
Burberry was called out for incinerating their unsold products.
This is a very widespread practice throughout the fashion industry. It doesn't just affect luxury houses, it also affects the high street. In fact, we had H&M, doing something similar quite recently. It is, the result for me of years and years of mass production and, to a certain extent, an industry that is profoundly inefficient.
It's a big problem that has caused a lot of backlash, which is understandable because it's kind of wild to think about products, perfectly good products, being ripped up or burnt simply to keep other people away from it. It's very much giving Joker in The Dark Knight, causing chaos. But I think this practice nicely captures the combined wastefulness and illusion of scarcity that defines the designer world. From an environmental standpoint, the fashion industry is a menace to our planet, and I know that sounds dramatic. It kind of blew my mind to learn about how awful the fashion industry was when I first learned about its impact. But listen to this. This is from a Bloomberg article, "The Global Glut of Clothing is an Environmental Crisis." Quote, "Fashion accounts for up to 10% of global carbon dioxide output, more than international flights and shipping combined, according to the United Nations."
More than international flights? Damn. 10%? That doesn't seem like a lot in the whole grand scheme of everything, but, like, clothes, I guess? If you break it down, like, it's just clothes. I guess it's kind of freaky.
environment program. It's the second most polluting industry.
Somebody said, yeah, go to a thrift store in a rich neighborhood and get designer clothes for practically nothing. I've heard of that. You just gotta go to nice thrift stores near nice areas.
Behind oil, which is oil. I want to be clear, not all of that waste is from designer brands alone. I actually think the larger culprits are fast fashion places like Shein and Uniqlo.
Absolutely.
Because they just promote hyper overconsumption and hyper overdisposal and really short trend cycles. And actually the fashion industry could probably take a few lessons from designer brands in the idea of trying to build things that are going to be more long lasting and higher quality so that you're not constantly having to go buy new things. That being said, designer brands don't get away scot-free here. Sure, they might not be following the increasingly short trend cycles of TikTok, where styles go out of fashion within weeks, but designer brands still pump out new trends throughout the seasons, effectively adding to the culture of overconsumption as people try to follow the latest styles. This type of overconsumption not only hurts our planet, but also our wallets. If you want to hear more about that topic, be sure to check out my other video, How Consumerism Ruins Our Planet and Finance.
Stop buying shit. This is the trigger thing, because I buy from Shein all the time. Like this shirt was a couple of dollars, but it's comfy and I wear it all the time. And these sweatpants were $10, and I wear these almost every single day. The shit that I buy, I still wear.
Beyond fueling overconsumption, the materials that luxury brands use have a major impact. You've got some brands using animal parts like skins and teeth to create their products, which raise their own ethical questions, and you've also got the environmental impact of creating the raw materials used for the products. Things like cotton growing, cattle farming, mining, all of these are incredibly energy intensive, with Kering, the company that owns Gucci and YSL, finding that 75% of its environmental impact was from raw material production and processing alone. Now I know those are a lot of facts and figures about environmental impact, and you might be like, hey, this video is supposed to be about money and how these brands keep me poor. But I think that wastefulness is an inherent part of the conversation because there is a link between climate change and poverty. And the worse that climate change gets, the worse the divide between the rich and poor gets. Speaking of rich and poor, let's talk about the opportunity cost of buying designer brands, aka how rich could you be if you didn't buy designer items?
This is gonna be painful. This is gonna be painful because I have bought designer items and I know how much they cost. The only things that I'm proud of are my boots and my bag and my jewelry, which is like 90% of it. I did get Balenciaga jeans and a jean jacket. And that I regret. I regret getting that.
Let's crunch some numbers.
Everything else I don't really regret because I wear it all the time.
A popular defense of buying designer items is that they're investment pieces. For some,
if you're buying something and you think it's a fucking investment, you're stupid. Even with cars, if you're like, oh, this car is an investment, you're stupid. Okay, I'm gonna say something controversial. Even buying a house, I wouldn't even say it's investment. If you're buying your house that you're living in, that you're going to be living in, I wouldn't even say it's an investment. An investment is gonna be something that you're probably gonna sell later. If it's your house, you don't wanna treat it as investment. You wanna treat it as your house. That's different. That's different.
That means that they'll last a long time rather than just being thrown away within the year. Probably true, but I would argue you don't have to spend designer brand prices to get something that's higher quality. There's a lot of other options out there that are a little more affordable. But the other way that people mean investment piece is literally as an investment. It's something that they can buy one day and then resell later on and make a profit.
Same with the house logic. If you're buying a house to live in, that's not an investment. That's a house to live in. If you're buying multiple houses to sell, that's an investment probably. But if you're gonna be living in that house, that's not an investment.
This is a very popular argument for our old friend, the Birkin bag.
I have been collecting these bags for a minute. They're also a great investment.
According to Time magazine in 2016, quote, the Birkin bag outpaced both the stock market and the price.
Yeah, it'll increase in value, but you're not gonna sell what you live in and be homeless. That's the difference. You're gonna keep your house. You're not gonna sell it. You're not gonna plan on selling it. Someone else is when you die, but you're not gonna sell it.
Of gold in the last 35 years, a time period chosen to reflect the date when Birkin bags were first produced in 1981. They say that the annual return on a Birkin was 14.2% compared to the S&P average of 8.7% a year and gold's negative 1.5%. But there's a few problems with this logic. First being...
First of all, you're not gonna buy a used Birkin bag. If you're that wealthy and you're gonna spend money on a Birkin bag, you're not gonna go used. Ain't no way anybody's gonna buy that off you. Unless you're Kim Kardashian, because people are gonna be like, oh, Kim owned it, so that's added value. Which may be the case, but if you're just some normie that's not Kim Kardashian, you're not gonna buy secondhand.
Like we mentioned,
especially if it's gonna be more expensive than what it was originally.
At the beginning of the video, the price tag on the Birkin bag is not the only thing that you're going to be paying. You have to have a purchasing history with Hermes, so you have to include that in what you're investing. And since you're using this as an investment piece, you're probably going to want to take insurance out on it. That's going to cost you a pretty penny as well. It's weird to think about how fragile an investment something like a Birkin bag or a designer product is, especially when you compare it to more traditional investment like stocks. Like spill your coffee in it, have your dog get a little too curious, and suddenly you have lost thousands of dollars in resale value. Can't say that ever happens to me with my stock portfolio. So before we end, I thought it'd be really interesting to crunch some numbers to see how rich you could be if you didn't buy a designer bag and you instead invested in something like a low-cost index fund, which is one of my personal favorites. So let's say you have $3,500 in disposable income, which is the money that you have left over after taxes and you paying essentials. In choice A, you decide to splurge on a $3,500 designer bag like this one from Louis Vuitton. In choice B, you decide to buy a nice quality purse from somewhere like TJ Maxx, and you put the remaining $3,450 in a brokerage.
Wait! $36 bag versus $3,600 bag. Wait.
Account that invests into the S&P 500. Now, jumping 10 years ahead, let's say that you can sell that Louis Vuitton bag for $3,500. I'm putting that in there because I don't feel like it's a level where you could sell it for more, and also if you're actually using the bag, there's probably going to be a level of wear and tear. So we're going to be generous and say you're able to sell it for the exact same amount that you bought it, profit being $0. Looking at choice B though, and using the S&P 500's historical average of 11.8% growth, your $3,450 has now become $10,525. That's a $7,075 increase. If you're paid the national average of $28.10 an hour and you work 40 hours a week, that growth equals 6.5 weeks of your working life. That's a month and a half earlier that you could retire.
For the record, if anybody's listening, I do have an investment account. I do have a savings account. I was going to open up another savings account for like a business savings or something. But once you do all of that and you still have a little bit left over, that's my situation. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I give it a shot.
Hire and live the life of your dreams. And if choice A continues to buy designer products throughout their life, the gap between their life and the wealth they could be building is going to continue to grow. And look, for some people, that might be totally worth it, and that's fine. The social signaling and the enjoyment that they get from having designer products might be worth more than that extra time not working.
Really expensive designer brands does make sense if you're like super ultra wealthy. Because I've heard of situations on TikTok where you're traveling to another spot, like another place in the fucking world, and you don't have anything to wear. If you go to one of these stores and you make an appointment, they will shut down the store and they will get you clothes to wear, like really nice clothes. But that one-on-one treatment, they will make your outfit, they'll take care of you and everything. It makes sense if you're super rich, where you don't have time to bring your clothes wherever you're traveling or something. In that case, it doesn't even make sense. That's probably what I said sounds stupid, but I can picture that being more of a reason to shop at these stores because of that one-on-one interaction and that help that you get to get what you need.
Working or building up wealth. Despite all my personal opinions, people can and will choose what they want to spend their time.
Do they take measurements? No, they just pick out. They're like, oh, are you small? They're like, oh, let me get you a small and see how that fits.
And money on. But what I hope this thought experiment and this video overall can do is to help us think a little bit differently about designer brands and how we spend our money. Money is time, and I think it's always a good idea to reflect on how we are spending both of them. So what do you think? Have you bought designer before, and did you feel like it was worth the high price tag or not really?
It's only fun getting the special treatment. When you get offered alcohol and they show you a bunch of stuff, then it's really fun. But then it's not worth it. Then you get that wash of shame. Luckily, I have bought in designer, My earrings are from David Yurman. I wear them 24/7. I only take them off when I'm gonna wash my hair, but I wear it all the time. And it's a one of a thing, one of a kind. Not one of a kind, but nobody else has it. And I like them. The stuff that I buy that are designer, I'm stuck with it. And I know I'm stuck with it. And I like what I have. I like it. And I'm gonna continue to use it as much as I can, or wear it as much as I can. I just want that one and done, and I can move on with my life kind of thing.
Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd be really curious to hear.
This is a really good video. If you guys want to check it out again, I'm leaving a like. I think this person's really cool and informative. 2.2 million views. That's crazy. That's crazy. But then there's the other side effect. Like if you buy stuff that's too cheap, then other people are suffering for it. So it's kind of like you got to find a balance of like finding things that are ethically sourced and that are safe to buy and sustainable. So like somebody in a third world country isn't being a slave for that one product, you know? This is a good balance. And I think everybody should strive to find what's good, what works for them, and what's the safest option. I like it. 10 out of 10 video. Yeah, the amount of research to buy clothes, if you want to be ethical, is a lot. That's true. That's true. That's a solid ass video. That is solid. It's hard to find sustainable companies nowadays. Well, does it make any money? Yep. Because nobody wants to spend that much money. That's crazy. That is crazy. Not only ethically sourced materials, but also the shadow materials. Do you have the lead in them? Uh-oh. Maybe that's why we're all stupid. Uh-oh. I saw this other really cool video that I want to share. I'm burping. Clearly, you gotta start your own fashion line. Smile. Smile. A lot of people, I think, start fashion lines because they just want to be like, I want to get rich. I want to copy all these designers. And it's like, no. You want to put a good product out there. Like with the Mr. Beast Lunchable thing, that's cringe. They could be making an innovative, something interesting, like a good product. Instead, they're just copy-pasting Lunchables. And they're like exploiting kids to be like, hey guys, I know you guys are going to eat this shit. That's awful. Like they have the ability to innovate. The ability to make something good. But they're just like, nah, we're just gonna exploit as much as we can to make as much money as possible. We're not even gonna try anything new or anything. We're just gonna do the same old, same everything, and it's gonna be all recycled shit. Nothing special. It's like, what the what? That's crazy. That's why I don't like the Mr. Beast thingy. How he's like, chocolates. But, yeah? Tell me more about it. How much money are you making off it? Mr. Beast is like if Temu dropshipper was a millionaire. True. Sus. What is this? We're going deep on Friday. Freaky Friday. There's something else. There's this cringy tweet. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. There's some AI stupid stuff. Fake news, drugs. Somebody in my Discord posted something. I don't think it was me. It was about, I want to find the tweet. It's about old people being like, oh, I found it. This tweet doesn't exist? What do you mean? Did he get bullied? I found it. This is crazy, and this divides us from like the older generation, and people will never understand. This old person says, I don't understand why so many kids prefer watching a live stream with tons of dead air and a streamer who looks like they're bored out of their mind over tightly edited, produced videos that don't waste the viewer's time. What am I missing here? Am I just old? Like we do, is this Snowden? Edward Snowden? Oh my God, Snowden. That's crazy. The thing is, for me personally, I don't want to be watching a 2-hour-long movie and commit my entire attention, my entire being to this movie for 2 hours. Maybe it's because like our brains are like TikTok brain rot, but I want to be doing other stuff while enjoying my media. I don't want to commit to something that hard. That's crazy. That's just a big commitment. And a lot of old people feel like this. The truth is, movie industry and all of that doesn't make as much money as everything else. Everything else is just better. This is really cool video about why gaming is a beautiful hobby, and I think this is super cool. There was like a list of attractive and unattractive hobbies, and on the unattractive hobbies, number 1 was video games. That is the most stupidest thing ever. Because when you spend like $60 on a video game, you get hours of entertainment. You get days, you get weeks, or even years. Like if you bought Minecraft back in the day when it was like $5, now it's like $20. You get years of like fulfillment and enjoyment. Everything is great. With a movie, you're gonna watch it like 6 times and then you're done? That's stupid. And this video is gonna show you why gaming is actually like, it's a pretty beautiful hobby. And people shit on it. And the thing is, I think like most dudes play it, and now most women are starting to get into video games. So why would they put it into the most unattractive hobby? It doesn't make sense. And then boomers are gonna be like, oh, do something productive with your life. Being human isn't about figuring out ways to make money, figuring out ways to be productive 24/7. Being human is just dilly-dallying, just doing whatever the fuck you want, because you're human. If you just want to listen to music and do nothing, go for it. If you just want to walk around aimlessly, that's fine. That's what it means to be human. You don't have to be productive 24/7 of your life. You don't have to be doing something meaningful all the time. We're human. We're stupid. We like doing stupid things. You just gotta find a balance of like doing stupid stuff and doing like productive stuff. It's a balance. That's what it means to be human. And people forgot boomers are like, what do you mean you're wasting your life playing video games? Fuck you, boomer.
So there's been a poll going around online entitled Least Attractive Hobbies for Men According to Women. I'll put it here on the screen. Now, as a figurine collecting, gambling, model train building, comic book collecting, bird watching wizard, I was a little bit hurt by this poll. And then I saw what the number 1 least attractive thing a man could do.
Video games.
Video games. Of course. I guess murdering, thievery, and alcoholism didn't make the list, but alas, this was just the top 10 least attractive hobbies. I'm sure if this was the top 100, such things...
It's because people have a toxic addiction to gaming and being a sucker to rancid monetization. Yes, if anything is an addiction, that's a problem. Of course. So that's not just exclusively to video games. And the monetization thing, just go play another game. Like Pal World, you spend like $20, and I'm enjoying the frick out of it. People spend $5 on Minecraft, and they're playing it for so many years. $60 goes so far when you're playing fucking video games, as opposed to like going out and experiencing life. $60 won't get you that far. But here, it gets the job done. And as a hobby, if you do it responsibly, then it's fine. It's better.
Would be on there for sure, but I digress. Video games took the top spot. So, looking at the list, which has been doing the rounds on social media, a lot of people have become upset, almost feeling attacked. Now, I've been a video game player since I was a child, probably like most of us have, but for years I've had to listen to so many successful influencers go on about how video games have a negative impact.
True. I just think people watching other people play video games is a waste of time.
In fact, many of those same people have said, basically, if you're playing video games, you're wasting your life, which is fascinating for me to learn because sometimes I forget that although it's my life, I should be living it based off of what other people say. I mean, they know better, right? My idea of how to be happy in life and their idea differentiates, and only one of us can be true, so I must be wrong. Well, no. The thing is, the reason why video games are so often referenced by all these people is because, let's be honest, the video game industry is winning. Other media...
True! Like I said, the video game industry is winning. I'm willing to bet video games make more money now than, like, movies and TV shows. I'm willing to bet that video games, the industry is bigger. And boomers are... They're probably somewhat salty about it. They have to be.
Comedians have begun to decline, but the gaming industry has gone from strength to strength. The movie industry is worth $84 billion a year. Video games, $250 billion.
Wait, what? Wait. What did you say?
The movie industry is worth $84 billion.
Movie industry is worth $84 billion.
A year. Video games, $250.
$250 billion. I knew it. There's no way they're salty that they're not making enough money. That can't be it. That can't be the reason why they're mad at people that play video games. That they're not making enough money because people are choosing to do something else. That can't be the reason why they're mad.
Billion. So in this video, I plan to show how video games have contributed to society and other mediums, and I will explain why playing video games is not such a bad thing. Quick side note, I'm Av Gaming, and I'm a relatively new channel, and I cover video game analysis. If you enjoy conversing about these topics...
Let me link this, because this guy's... I like his video so
please
much.
consider subscribing. Anyway, back to
Go
the
check
video.
it out.
So, how did gaming get here? Well, here's a brief summary. Gaming really started in the 1970s. At first, there was the Atari. Early prototypes of video games would have...
I want to skip the history of it. As you know, there's old video games, and it slowly became popular. And at a certain point, arcades made more money than movie theaters. Arcades were able to make more money than buying a ticket, popcorn, and drinks. It kind of makes sense.
The Nintendo Switch has sold over 140 million copies. As technology advanced, so did the quality in games. Within just 30 years, we went from seeing 2D platformers with just 142 pixels to giant open-world games with realistic lifelike graphics. Mario, the original game for Super Nintendo, took 2 hours to beat. Games nowadays can take hundreds of hours to finish.
Yeah.
GTA 5 is the second best-selling video game of all time with around 200 million copies shipped. And one of the most financially successful entertainment products of all time with over 8.5 billion in worldwide revenue.
Hi, Buddhist. Thank you for the sub. That's crazy. GTA was so successful. When GTA 6 comes out, I can't wait to see the numbers on that. That's gonna break everything. That's gonna break every single record.
Gaming is no longer a side dish to other industries like film or music. It's ahead by a lot. It is, like the chart, at the #1 spot, and only continuing to grow. When you look at games like GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Skyrim, Witcher 3, the quality is not really matched by any other industry. The hype around the new GTA 6 trailer almost broke the internet. That video currently has 207 million views. Gaming has become the top industry.
Nice.
A survey conducted found that in the 90s, 33% of households had gaming consoles. Nowadays, over 54% of people in the UK and USA.
More than half of both men and women in the UK consider themselves gamers. 53 and 51% respectively. That's like everybody. That's slightly more than half of the population. What do you mean gaming is the most unattractive hobby? That's just somebody who's salty. What the heck?
Consider themselves a gamer. The amount of female gamers has also grown recently. As of June 24, 48% of gamers in the US were female, and 47% in the UK. That's almost half. As of 2024, it's predicted that there are over 1.3 billion female gamers worldwide. I wonder if they had a say in this list. Because if almost half the gaming population is female, then why would gaming be listed as the least attractive hobby to have?
I know who made this list. It's some old ass boomer. There's no way. Because if more than half of guys play video games and like half of women play video games, that's everybody. That's everybody except for your grandparents.
Something isn't adding up. Another thing is that gaming has really influenced and helped other industries that have been struggling recently. For example, writing in the movie industry has been really lacking as of late, with less and less new stories being written. Mainly, we see a lot of remakes, reboots, and superhero films. Creativity is at an all-time low, and the writer's strike showed the tension. Now, some people might look at video games and think of their stories as childish, but they've actually led to some of the non-gaming world finding some of their favourite movies and TV shows. HBO's The Last of Us, a show critically acclaimed, is based off a video game.
Good.
The recent Amazon show, Fallout, which was...
I tried watching Fallout. I thought it was so cheesy. The thing about Fallout that I didn't like is a big metal suit armor guy. It looked like it was made out of foam and it was really light. I couldn't see the weight in the costume, you know? It looked really stupid. Whenever they showed him, I'm like, this is really stupid. Because it looks really fake and silly.
Nominated for 17
But
Emmys.
either way, 17 Emmy nominees or whatever those are. And it has like a almost 100% Rotten Tomatoes review. That's insane. And other reviews are close to 100%. It's crazy.
Based off of a game. Then you've got Halo, Resident Evil, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Yakuza, Witcher, and many more. The movie industry has made Tomb Raider, Uncharted, Silent Hill, Resident Evil, Sonic, and an upcoming Zelda film, and much, much more. For years, gamers have been playing these games, telling non-gamers how good the storytelling is, only to be told that games are immature. And now we're in a place where these games have led to shows and movies which are revered and hugely successful. Some people will love the shows but throw shade on gaming in general.
Yeah, the shows and everything are great. Do you know why? Have you guys seen a movie recently? It's all the same copy-paste material. Every superhero movie is the same formula. It's horrible. Nobody makes anything original anymore. It's just remakes, and in superhero movies, no one, like, remember like the old movies? Like, Rush Hour. That's actually funny. You have like scary movie, like movies that were like weird but funny. You don't get that anymore. You don't get like quirky, funny movies anymore. You just get copy pasted the same stuff. Stuff that's been around. You're just like, oh, let's remake it. I think that's one of the reasons why video game, movie, or TV shows are doing great, because it's something brand new. Nobody's innovating except for video game people. We're the only ones that are like, oh, when you gotta make a good product, so we better put something good out there. Except for like Ubisoft and all the other garbage ass companies. But when it hits hard. It's different. We let them know when it's bad.
As a lover of gaming and television, I can tell you right now that games are getting better and better all the time. The stories are deeper, characters have multiple layers, and plot lines have tragedy.
Games are getting better, but then you're stuck with like Overwatch 2, which is the same thing as Overwatch 1. And nobody liked that. Nobody was really like, yeah. Nobody was like that.
And comedy. The movie industry, on the other hand, well, I won't get into that too much, but it's mainly just remakes and superhero films. Creativity has become limited in movies, but it's thriving in gaming. Games used to come to TV for inspiration, and now it's the other way around. The gaming industry has also seen more well-known actors get involved, including Keanu Reeves, Norman Reedus, Samuel L. Jackson, Liam Neeson, Idris Elba,
I don't care about
Mark
the
Hamill,
celebrity
and
thing.
many others.
That makes
This
it
shows
worse.
that the gaming industry has grown. And just to touch on the money side of things, Grand Theft Auto 5 is the highest-grossing media title of all time. The game made more money than any movie, album, or any other.
GTA made more money than any movie or album? And it's only gonna go up from here. It's only gonna... Gaming is just gonna get bigger and better. And shittier. Because it's gonna get bigger. Of course it's gonna get worse, but like, that's crazy.
A video game. It made twice as much money as the highest grossing film of all time. The gaming industry on the whole is worth a whopping $250 billion. Those numbers are easy to understand when you consider that the game industry employs more than 330,000 people globally. But how do these numbers compare to film and music? Both industries
With film, you know what I feel like about like people are like, oh, this film costs this much to make. Yeah, but whose paycheck is that? That's going to the celebrity that's in it. I know that's part of the reason why I don't like seeing celebrities, because it's like, you're just here for the name. Like when Jack Black is in a bunch of movies, he's playing Jack Black, you know? It's not really like acting. He's kind of like, he's just himself. And I think that's stupid. I feel like anybody should be able to be in that position. Like if they're a really good actor, then they should be in the movie. Not be like, hey guys, we got Jack Black. You guys love Jack Black. And he's like, hey guys, I'm Steve. So that's not, Steve doesn't even talk in the game. It's gonna be, that's why I don't like celebs in movies and stuff. I hear names, I'm like, I don't know who they are, and I don't care.
Have been established for a long time and have rich histories. Enjoyed by billions of people every year, music was worth $31.2 billion in 2022, and film
low.
was worth $93.4 billion in the same year. You don't need to do the math to see that the games industry is worth almost double the film and music industry.
That's crazy.
Combined. Think of the most successful YouTubers of all time. Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, KSI, all got their start in making gaming content and are now some of the most successful individuals on the platform. The gaming industry is not only ahead in terms of sales compared to other medias, but it's not slowing down either. Now, it's not just the fact that the gaming industry is hugely successful either. It may be the most unattractive hobby, but it's one of the safest and least expensive. When you go out and have...
Yeah, going out is so expensive. Even if you go to like a normal restaurant, if you're bringing two people, like you and somebody else, it's probably gonna be $100 minimum. If you're going out to like a restaurant, you have to like leave a tip or something. And not only that, you need the transportation. And if you're gonna be drinking, you're probably gonna be using like Uber. Like that's just expensive for like a one night experience. When you can spend that money on your fucking computer and you can play with your friends and you get like limitless entertainment and it's like unforgettable. It's just great compared to
having a
this.
night out, having drinks or a meal, the whole night will probably run up hundreds of dollars. Many things cost a lot of money, but gaming provides one of the best values for money that you can receive. When you buy a video game like Cyberpunk or Skyrim, you purchase a game that can provide hundreds of hours of content. For $60, you can spend many nights enjoying what you bought. Minecraft came out in 2011, and people still play that game even today. Videos about it on YouTube still reach millions of views. Skyrim came out in the same year, and people still enjoy and talk about that game too. For $60, people have gotten over 13 years of content and enjoyment out of one product. I can't think of any other type of media that shows such a return on investment. A movie lasts a few hours. A game lasts a few decades. Gaming allows many to showcase
Literally.
their creativity and channel their energy into something that's not going to hurt them too much financially. See, I'm a type A personality, which means I'm more susceptible to addiction. I can think of so many worse things that I could be doing other than gaming. Gaming allows some people to escape their mundane lives of working. We spend most of our lives working for someone else, doing a job that we generally don't enjoy, and it can bring stress. We've got bills,
True.
responsibilities, and if you switch on any news channel, there's rarely anything good going on in the world. If someone wants to escape the real world for just an hour and visit the fantasy land of Skyrim, who are you to begrudge them that? It's okay to...
That's so true. What do you mean it's an unattractive hobby? I get it, like, if somebody's addicted, if someone's addicted to anything, of course it's unattractive. Of course.
Spend thousands of dollars traveling to Disneyland or spend hours posting fantasy on social media or binge watching Netflix for hours, but video games is where we draw the line? Do me a favor. Instagram and Facebook have become many people's addictions, and they watch TV shows and movies like Game of Thrones and Harry Potter, which are hugely popular.
I don't even watch movies or TV shows anymore. Oh, that's a lie. I watch Dragon Ball Z right now, but I don't have a Netflix subscription or anything like that. And before watching Dragon Ball Z, I just watch YouTube videos, and I still only watch YouTube videos. It's just great. It's just good value for your money. Anybody can access YouTube if you have an internet connection and something to like access YouTube. And it's pretty easy nowadays to access YouTube.
What I don't understand is why none of those are on that list. How is that any different? Why do some influencers spend their time dogging on video games, but never discuss these other types of media? I mean, what's the difference? I guess the purpose of my video is to make the point that gaming is constantly under fire from people like the ones who made this list. Before I joked about thievery, murdering, etc. not being on the list, but it's true. It's a list that was designed to garner attention, and it certainly worked. It went pretty viral when it came out, but if you were to take video games off that list and leave the rest just as it was, would it have gotten as much attention? Most likely not. When I was a kid, people used to tell me that video games were silly and a waste of time. I should be out there getting a side hustle or whatever. But I like gaming. Gaming makes me happy. And if
Yeah, like even my parents that work 24/7, like they come, they're immigrants and everything. They want me to have a better life. Let me enjoy being alive. I don't want to be working 24/7. And if I can live within my means and still be happy and be able to survive, let me be. It's fine.
If it makes you happy, then who is anyone else to tell you what you should be doing with your time?
Exactly.
We only live one life on this planet, and if gaming is something that enhances your life and makes it better, then why on earth would you stop that? Now, if it impacts your ability to improve your life, or gaming is preventing you from doing other things that you need to do, then in that case it's something that you need to look into. But addiction to anything is bad. Games just get a lot more attention. Moderation is key. But on the whole, if you enjoy gaming, don't let these type of comments get to you. Gaming used to be considered the outsider, or the lesser of the available medias, but as of right now, it's the most popular, it earns the most sales, and it has seen the most creativity and growth than any other industry. And that's not going to stop. If someone says that video games are the least attractive thing in the world, then they're going to have a tough time in the future, as it's only going to get bigger and better.
Yeah.
And guys, if someone tells you they don't want to be with you because of what your favorite hobbies and interests are, trust me, this person is definitely not.
Somebody in chat says, like what we see what's going on, like if you're dating somebody and they're like, oh, it's unattractive to be a gamer. That's related to what somebody said in chat about like, oh, the problem is you're neglecting the relationship. Yeah, but that's a whole different fucking issue. If it's not video games, it's gonna be something else. You know, video games don't exist, then there's gonna be another thing. Like this guy said, he's a type A personality. He's gonna get addicted to whatever he's doing. So if you're getting neglected by video games, maybe in an alternate universe if video games don't exist, that same couple, the guy's neglecting the girlfriend with other things because he's got like a type A personality where he just gets absorbed in whatever he's doing. That's like a skill issue. If that's true, that's like, you guys need to talk that out, work that out, figure something out, and then move on if it doesn't work out, and don't just make it work or don't make it work anymore.
Not someone that you want to be with. Everybody's entitled to their opinion and they can say whatever they want, but people who make videos saying gaming is a waste of time or make posts like these, just leave us alone. We're happy. The gaming industry is thriving and we're not bothering you. We don't complain about your hobbies. Let us enjoy our lives as we see fit, and you live your lives as you see fit. Anyway, rant over. This is very different from the usual content that I make, but I've seen this chart, I've seen the reaction, and I really wanted to say my piece. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think this list is even real? Do you feel like gaming industry gets a lot more flack than other industries at time?
It does get way more flack, because people look at gamers and they're like, oh, it's stinky. But half of the population are gamers.
Do you think that I'm wrong on this one? Let me know your thoughts in the
I think he's right. I think this is a really, really well put together video. I think it's so good. You guys should definitely check it out if you haven't already, or leave a like on him if you liked it, because I thought it was really good. There's a part 2? I think we have to check that out. That's crazy. So if you ever feel bad for playing video games, don't. It's a nice hobby to have. is really nice. It's only bad if you're gonna be neglecting all your other stuff, but you already know that. So just enjoy it. That's what it means to be alive. It's nice. It's super nice. Why isn't my camera focusing? Tell him you liked the video. I liked it, and I linked it to you guys. What do you mean, tell him? Let me call him on the phone. What do you guys think? I can read the chat messages without being interrupted. You know, they look at video games like Valkyrie, video gamers, like Valkyrie and Ludwig, as if they are stinky people, which is not the case. They are stinky people for other reasons, but not because they're a gamer. Some people play video games to escape reality, especially if it's a bad reality. Yeah, and that's fine. I think there's like a new trend where instead of investing money in your real life home, people would rather invest it in their virtual home. You know what I mean? So making sure they have like the latest hardware, everything runs great, and then inside the game, they have what they want in the game. Like if it's any cosmetics or anything, they'll wear it. Instead of buying like Gucci or expensive like merchandise or clothing or whatever, they'd rather spend that on the in-game skins and everything. And I think that can be fine if you do it responsibly. And that's going to be something that boomers, it's going to blow their mind away. People would rather buy clothing in-game than in real life. And in real life, they probably have the same old regular clothes and everything. And that's fine. That's totally fine. But in the video games, they're probably living in luxury or whatever. And that's better. Because it's more sustainable, it's more affordable, your happiness levels are way higher, and nobody should tell you how to live your life. If that's what makes you happy, that's what makes you happy. And that's kind of what we're going into now. People are going to have like a bigger virtual life. And that's going to be cooler and nicer than their real life. Because real life is getting harder and harder. Whereas in-game, all of this is brand new. And then you can start fresh, and everything's okay. I game a lot. I game with a lot of kids who are just looking to step out of their bad family situations. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's literally the Matrix. I like it. I like where we're going. I like the video. I like it. I'm losing my voice. I have friends that complain about not having AC in their room, but they spend hundreds on game skins. Yeah, I get it. I get it. That's what I did in college. They give you money for like books and like to survive, so like you can go to school and everything. Food money, rent money. Why just use it on video games? And I was happier. That's just the way it was. But yeah, of course, yeah. If you're gonna be stupid like a CS:GO and spend like thousands of dollars on stupid skins, you're dumb. If you're like playing gacha games, you're probably dumb. That's just gambling. You're just addicted to gambling at that point. That's such a wholesome video. I like it. I like it. I'm burpy. Gamers are sexy. Except when you look at them in real life and you see their posture and they're like, eh. But that's everybody. Humans are just gross. The money that gacha game companies make is insane. Yep. And it'll be from whales, though. And those whales will just spend so much. There's another video that I saw that I want to share, but I can't find it. I was at the gym listening to it, and it was just a banger video. Shrimp posture. Imposture. That's why I go to the gym as much as I can. So then I can go home and be a lazy sack of slobby, cummy, goony mess, you know? That's my balance. Go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. Do my best to eat healthy. Or do my best to not eat junk food as much as I can. That's my balance. There's another one that was super good. What's this? I'm looking at my YouTube history. Beep, 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 beep. a lot of music. Oh, I found it.
Hello, everybody.
Beep, 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 beep. How's your guys' day going? Hopefully it's going great. I try to read as many messages that I can, but I hate pausing videos to read the messages. I see them, I acknowledge them, but I can't be like, you know, especially if you're talking about peeing on them. That one person who got timed out for talking about piss too much. I consume protein and release protein. There's a story that I read on Twitter. It was like 19 male and a 20 female are hiking. The 19-year-old male, he has like a deficiency or something, and they're hiking, and he almost is on the verge of fainting, and they're in the middle of nowhere on a hike. The woman just had a kid like a couple of months ago. She's breastfeeding the kid, so she's able to breastfeed. The guy needs some sort of sustenance to keep himself alive, so the girl pops her titty out and breastfeeds the guy so he doesn't like die in the middle of a hike. That's the fakest story ever. Either the guy's faking it or the story is fake. What the fuck? So the friend is like, you have no choice. You have to suck on my tit. Or the guy baby is like, I have to suck on your boob. I need the breast. It's like, what? Something about that seems really fishy. Oh, what? You purposely forgot to bring water. And you told me to not bring enough. So this exact situation could happen. Or... wholesome story, perverted story, I don't care. It is just weird. Takes the tit out, saves the guy's life, breastfeeds him. Now they're able to get back. I was there! Imagine if it was the other way around. The woman is dying and the guy's like, I don't have any sustenance. Unzips his pants, starts fucking jerking off into her fucking mouth. That's the same thing. If you reverse the roles, it's like, what the fuck? It ain't cool. And we just happen to be lactating. Do you know how lactation works? She was able to live off his protein as well. Rose for hope? No! I think it's an interesting story. It's one of those that I don't believe. Even though it's on the internet and you should believe everything you read on the internet, I don't believe it. People drink pee to survive. But you're just hiking with your friends and you just happen, maybe you're like diabetic and you need like sugar or something, like, and you just don't have anything. I can't picture situations, but who do you think asked? Like, do you think the girl was like, I can breastfeed you? Or do you think the guy was like, I need your booby milk? What do you think? Who do you think asked? Either way, I think it's just sus. It's just weird. You're cynical. You're cynical. But hey, you do you and I'll do me, and we won't do each other or something. So you're gonna have to pull it to the side. Sight till I've died. You definitely asked. Oh no. Yes, I am. Alright, here's another video. I thought this video was really cool because this is happening everywhere, including to you probably. There's a really low birth rate and like dating apps suck. Trying to find somebody to hook up with sucks. Trying to find a relationship sucks. Seems like everybody that found a relationship kind of got lucky. Like they knew somebody who knew somebody and they just happened to hang out and everything worked out. But for some people that don't have like the lucky circumstances, it's like, what happens to us? Like even though we go out, we just don't have everything to line up and everything's okay. And this video addresses like the situation of people that are like, I just don't want to have kids because it's really expensive, or I just don't have the opportunity to, or whatever thing happens in this world, like I just can't. I think this is a really good video, and I want to share it with you guys. This guy's really cool.
I'm out here. It's a very sunny, nice day. Around me is just nature. I want to talk about like a little bit about like the birth rate decline of South Korea. It's a big trend in the whole globe. Like even the countries that are believed to have beautiful country system, and like some countries like Finland have a very nice childcare system, and Northern European countries, those countries were believed to have like a nice system that people will have no trouble.
That would honestly be so cool if you could have a kid, and there's a lot of support systems to help you make sure this kid is all right without costing your entire like savings, all your money, your arm and a leg, all your time. It'd be nice if it's like, here's a child healthcare. The government's helping you out, pay for it. It's free and it's trustworthy and it's good. And if you don't like this one, you can try out another healthcare system for free. If we had systems like that, that'd be so cool.
Deciding to have a baby or like start a family, but still like even Finland's birth rate was going down. So it's like weird because almost every country is starting to have a decline. But well, let's just focus on South Korea because like we all know the whole world's birth rate is declining. So let's like focus on South Korea because I am here. This is South Korea, by the way. Some Koreans riding on their bike. It's like, you know, I'm actually here. Anyways, it's good to, you know, be in South Korea when we talk about the low birth rate because this is like the lowest birth rate in the whole history of Earth.
Jesus.
We're at currently about 0.72 or something. Let me tell you my thoughts on why that's happening. I think, so TLDR, I think it's because we are trying to make a perfect child. Like,
oh, that's
you know this term?
So like, people that are smart don't want to have kids because we know that we're going to be irresponsible and not 100% there. It's like that movie, Idiocracy or whatever. I don't know how to say it. It's what plants crave. All the stupid people are having kids, but they can't afford to have kids. And those kids are going to grow up not having a good time, and they're not going to be great people, and they're not going to have the opportunities to become great people, you know? And the people that are smart and rich don't want to have kids because they want to pursue what they want to do. And they want to wait until they're ready to have kids. And then they realize that they don't want kids because they want to have their own life. It's crazy.
Called helicopter moms, where they pick up their child and they quickly go to the next you know, academy, or we call it hagwon in Korea.
A lot of us are traumatized by our own parents, helicopter parents. I think it's more like in Asian cultures where like once you're done with school, it's time for school again. Oh, you thought you were done with this school? Now it's time for piano practice. It's like never ending. I think for these people, it's just traumatizing. And now you don't want to have kids because it fucking sucks. For me, growing up, my mom always told us, me and my sisters, never have kids. That traumatized me as an adult now. I don't want kids now. I never wanted kids. Even as I was like 4 years old, my mom would always say, never have kids. You know why she said that? Because we were pieces of shit. And then she was always working, and dad was always working, so nobody's around. And it's like, now what are you going to do?
I could have sworn I've been here for years.
Hi, Black Caesar. Thank you for the sub. And it's like, yeah, if you grew up thinking, don't have kids, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to have kids.
Yeah, but what they do is they pick up their kid. Let's say he's David. Like, David hops in the car, and David goes to like this swimming class, and then he learns swimming, comes out after like an hour, and mom's waiting with her car, and she's like, come on, David, no time to waste. And then they go to, let's say, like a reading, you know, some sort of an academy that they learn. It's not public education, it's going to be private education, so that means they're paying another people to teach their child, not like the public system. They do all that, but why? Well, but there are a few reasons. One of the reasons is maybe the child actually wants to learn swimming. So David would be like, Mom, can I learn swimming? I like swimming. Well, then the nice mom would be like, okay, well, sure, you can try learning swimming. So that's like case one. Number two is David doesn't want to swim, but the mom was like, David, if you want to be a beautiful man in the future with a nice body, and if you want to be praised by other people, you have to learn at least one, you know, one athletic thing. And let's go swim. David doesn't want to learn math, but maybe the mom was like, David.
Someone chat says, my parents want me to have kids so badly. It's so annoying. Like every week they'll insist it's time. But it's like, where was the support back then?
If you want to get a good SAT score, you have to learn math. Like, it could be something like that. It could be the mom trying to make David a perfect child. Now, this reminds me of playing The Sims, because when you play Sims, some people, like at least me, when I play Sims, I always make my sim like the perfect one. Like, you know, like never get fat, always has a treadmill.
Same, like when you play video games, you want to max out your character. You want all the good shit. You're gonna buy all the good skins. You're gonna try to find like the best weapon, whatever's meta. You're gonna figure out which one's good and what makes you happy, and you're gonna find a balance of like what's really good and what do you like. You're gonna find what's perfection to you. Literally perfection.
Some sort of like
That's
a
the
working out
problem.
machine in the room. Always have like cooking 10, charisma 10. Like my sim would be talking
My
with a
Sim's
mirror
character's gonna
all day long.
suffer.
And the next day, reading about cooking all day long. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
indifferent with having kids. If my partner says she wants kids, and we both that's the thing. And we both financially stable. That's the thing. That's the problem. Because are you really ever going to be 100% financially stable? You're always going to want more, and situation can always be better. It's a really tricky situation. Both, it's going to be, we're not ready. It's crazy. Most people that are having kids are the stupid people. All the smart people are waiting. And then when they're waiting, they decide that they don't want it anymore.
like there's this some sort of urge or like a tendency that I want to make my sim perfect. But should we do that to our child too? Or should we have a mindset of, when I have a child, I'm going to make my child perfect? It sounds good, right? But is it? And I don't think so. Because if my sim doesn't have an ego, but if it did, what if my sim says, hey Sonu, I know you want me to live a good life, but I don't want to work out. I don't want to read this cooking book. Can I just order pizza? Then if the sim starts to talk to you and say that, can you actually say, okay, then you can do whatever you want. Let's go to party. What I want to say is, if the child actually likes studying and if the child actually wants to do all those stuff, then that's perfect. You know, nothing wrong here. But
yeah, no
if
one
it's-
wants to.
If the child like doesn't really set anything about, hey, I like this or I want to do this, but if the parents like pushed or pressured the child to do this, like learn
They're
this,
gonna
learn that, and
force
everything,
you.
and the child is like, okay, maybe I should do this because mom and dad says I should do it. So they're like learning something without knowing why they're doing it, and that becomes a stress because. That becomes a mental stress because burnout or all these mental depressions happen when you're doing something that you don't know why you're doing. They think they have to do at least that much investment to their child to become a good parent, I guess, or maybe to present their child a good life. But in my perspective, I think that's actually the worst thing you can do to a child.
Yep.
If the child actually likes to learn math and actually likes to learn swimming, and that's a good thing to do as a parent. But
Or here's the opposite. So right now the situation is you want your kid to be perfect, as much perfect as possible. So like if you're an Asian parent, you're probably gonna enroll your kid in school, tutoring, and in some sort of like physical activity, and in more tutoring or something, and that's gonna be overkill. So in that aspect, that makes sense. In my aspect, it's totally the opposite, and I think that screwed me up. So my parents tried doing like a hands-off approach. One, because they're always working all the time. Two, it's probably cheaper. They think it's like better for the kid if they like figure like fuck around and find out kind of thing. But the problem is, I didn't have any disciplines growing up. I wanted to learn how to play bass guitar and I really liked it. But nobody forced me to play bass guitar, and then I decided playing Guitar Hero and distracted myself with like Xbox and everything. But I kind of wish that somebody like sat me down and was like, okay, you have to learn this because you're already committing a lot of time and everything. It's gonna be really cool. If somebody just talked to me, then that would have been cool. But my parents were like, hands off, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm only gonna say anything if they're doing something bad like drugs or getting in trouble or talking back to me, so I have to hit them. Something like that. They're like, hands off. If you wanna do this, go for it. I'm not gonna support you on it. I mean, I am gonna sign you up and everything, but I'm not gonna help you out with it. Like I tried doing t-ball and like soccer. None of my parents helped me with that shit. The only times I would get practice is when I would show up to like the games or whatever. They were just hands-off approach. I didn't get any fucking help, it felt like. But the help that I was seeking is different. I wanted somebody to be there to help me out, not just, here's the tools, figure it out kind of thing. I think it's super weird. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that.
not asking what
There's a huge problem with Hispanic communities because I was like that too. Yeah! It's like, why? Get involved! Teach me something! Because I'm a kid, and if I don't like something, I have my attention span of like 2 seconds. I'm not gonna be into this anymore, but you gotta help me stay into it and stay focused. Instead, I'm just like, oh, Guitar Hero, oh, next Guitar Hero, Call of Duty, oh, Halo. Like, no, that's cooler. But it's like, I just wish I had that discipline.
the child wants, but just pressuring them to do this and that sounds a bit like Sims. And I don't think that's a good way to raise a child. So I want to talk about this really toxic trait in Korea. It's called 평균 올려치기. In English, it means inflated average. South Korean male has an average height of 174.4 centimeters. So that means most of the majority are 174.4 centimeters, and some are shorter, some are taller. So that's the meaning of average. We all know that, right? But when we go to like Seoul or
174 is 5'7".
like a club or like a place where there's like a lot of people, they always say, oh, I think, to become like average in Korea, you have to be at least 178. But in reality, 178 is actually
That's
higher
above
than
average.
average. But they
That's
think
5'8".
their average mind, average like feeling is skewed. They feel 176 or 177.8
It's not good
is
enough.
average. That's inflated average. It's very prevalent in South Korea, and it applies to a lot of categories. For example, there's also this term called 국평호. It's like a short term of 국민 평균 5등급. It means there's this grade system. 등급, it means like a grade system where grade 1 is the best and grade 9 is the worst.
Okay, it's sidetrack. When I was doing Japanese in college, there was this most toxic ass grading system where if you want to know what grade you have in the class, of course you can log into the portal and figure it out. But the teacher also posted a ranking of everybody's grade with their name next to their grade. So if you're stupid and bad and ugly, you're at the bottom of the list and everybody can see that you're at the bottom of the list. I just go to the rankings too. Yeah, that fucking sucks. Jesus. But it was GPA rankings? That's horrible. Because the people at the bottom are just going to be like, fuck it, what's the point? And the people at the top will never be happy because there's always going to be somebody above them. It's just the most toxic thing ever.
So basically that means grade 5 is in the middle. It's like the average score. And when some person writes a comment or, starts to debate about something, but when they seem to be off topic or when they seem to look dumb a little bit, they write down 국평호, which means 국민 평균 5등급, which means, the national average is grade 5. It's saying that grade 5 is a low score.
But
saying
it's
most
average.
majority of people are dumb.
Average isn't good
Saying
enough.
since the average score is grade 5, and in their mindset, grade 5 feels very low, they are saying that this commenter is dumb. But in reality, if that person actually got like a grade 5, then that means that person is an average. Isn't that so? So it means most of the Koreans have like a mindset that the average score is a low score. I mean, then who gets the average? Like, what is the real average? Like, they think at least you have to get a grade 3. And
They no longer mean average when they're talking about that. They just mean like the standard. The standard should be this. Even though they're using the word average. So they're using the word average when they mean something else.
3 is like top 17%. So Koreans think you have to be at least top maybe 20% to become the ideal average. So what does that mean? All the lower 80% will feel like, oh, I'm not enough. This is so prevalent in South Korea. Height, grade, money, like how much money you make. So because of this skewed, like inflated average mindset, most people feel inadequate. Most people feel they are
Yeah, you're
not
gonna
good
feel
enough.
horrible.
So because of this inflated average mindset, most people have a low self-esteem. I want to finish this video by talking about Zhang Zhou. In Korean, we call it Jangja. His philosophy is about human dignity. And he said
It's gonna be about like being human just means existing. And if existing means playing a video game, that's fine. If existing means walking around the park aimlessly, maybe you got your AirPods in, that's fine. But boomers are gonna be like, you have to be productive every second of your life. You gotta min-max everything. It's like, no. You could just do you. That's what it means to be human. Human dignity. Just do you.
dignity comes from when we love stuff that is useless. And that could be, for example, loving, our dog, loving walking around the park. I mean, walking around the park doesn't make you any money or, doesn't make you go up on the history book, right? It's just walking around the park because I love to do it. Jang Jo said, what makes us human is doing what you love that is useless. What Jang Jo really wanted to say was, if you treat everything in life as something that you have to be useful and make money. For example, walking around the park.
crazy.
Before connecting that idea with like making money, you're like, oh, I'm so comfortable walking around the park. I love walking around the park. It's your routine. But like when that person says, let's make money out of walking around the park, when they treat that to something that they have to be useful, that thing becomes something that they don't love anymore. But South Koreans really need this philosophy because most of them treat themselves as tools. They say, hey, I have this amount of certificate. Hey, my grade is like 95. I'm a good student.
Yeah, but are you happy?
But they never talk about what they love. They never talk about what their dream is.
Yeah, what do you like?
This is basically becoming a tool. It's like not a human. It's basically a factory printed citizen just to do more work, right? I think this is why South Koreans have a low birth rate. It's just
when I used to work with elderly people at the time, a lot of them used to tell me they wish they used their time more for hobbies and just relax. For real. Just because it's just nice. And that's what you're made to do. Appreciate useless things. And that's human dignity, like whatever he's saying.
It's too depressing to focus your life on making more money and getting proof that you are a good worker and being praised that you have 10 certificates, 100 on your math test. But they never talk about my favorite moment in life is walking around the lake listening to music. My favorite moment in life is walking my dog or giving food to my cat or saving other people's. And I think underlying the low birth rate of South Korea, the root of the problem is this. South Koreans lack philosophy. They're always like, you have to at least make 6 figures when you're about 30 years old. Well then, are the people who doesn't make that amount of money at age 30, are they losers? No. They're perfectly fine. They're all perfectly fine human beings. Like, you know what I mean? If we start to put a guideline that is measurable, there's always a winner and a loser. But we can't do that to humans. I mean, to protect your self-esteem and other people's self-esteem, we should always talk about a value that is not comparable. The values that is always measurable only by you. For example, like my love towards, let's say, running around the lake, listening to music, that's what I love. I cannot tell you how much I love it because it's a value only inside me. Of course, somebody maybe has the same hobby or the same thing, like maybe you might love to walk around the lake listening to your favorite music, but like the music's gonna be different, the pace of walking is gonna be different, the feeling when you approach the water is gonna be different. Everything is just personal.
Yeah.
And that is dignity. When a value is not convertible to another value, let's say money or like gold, you know, time, that is dignity. South Koreans need this. They don't have dignity. They need to focus on the present, right now, what they love, and they need to develop more and
They're
learn
on that
who they are.
grind.
Oh, I didn't know, but I liked plants, like this. Oh, I didn't know, but I liked piano music. They need to learn more about themselves and just live in right now, trying to just fill their life with more things that they love. And that brings up happiness, and that will make your life more happier. Maybe eventually, you know, they will have a kid, and maybe they'll say, oh, I should raise my kid like me. So maybe they'll say, son.
I think it's cynical. There were hippies living free life. Then we got conservative after deciding it wasn't sustainable, and now people want free life again. It's probably going to be an endless loop going back and forth.
It could be like David number 2.
But all the smart
David,
people find a balance.
It's okay to get a 0 score on math, or maybe 10, like 20. What matters is you enjoy math. What matters is you had a fun time taking the test. What matters is you have a goal. It doesn't need to be math or whatever, but what matters is you have something that you're passionate about. And if you're not, I'll help you finding it.
Aww.
So I think when South Koreans finally focus on the dignity part of life, or you know what makes us human part, I think they will be hugging their child when they come back with a low score, saying it's okay. What matters is not giving up and trying out what you love and trying to find out what you love. If you don't like math, that's totally fine. What matters is you tried taking the math test and figured out that maybe it's not your thing. But that doesn't make you a lesser person. It makes you a person, actually a better person, because you tried to find what you love in your life. So plus 1 try. I think that's what we need in South Korea.
That's what everybody needs in the whole world. I'll never forget, this one guy said he felt bad for our generation because we're going to deal with so much health issues even younger now because of the pressure of having to work and always doing something. Yeah, it's awful. We can't just exist without looking for that grind. It sucks.
And I think that's why the birth rate is going down. And the reason why, like, you know, other successful countries like Finland or like rich countries, you know, the reason why their birth rates are going down is because social media shows even richer people. There's always a richer people than you. There's always someone richer.
Hey, this
when you see that on the social media, your dignity part turns off, and you're like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I need more money. Maybe I need this. Maybe I need a bigger chest, a wider shoulder, a better looking face.
True.
Your dignity part in your brain turns off suddenly when you look at other successful people or other, you know, social media. That's why social media is bad for you, because your dignity part of your philosophy suddenly turns off, because it's really hard to resist that. It's really hard to resist.
Yeah.
That's a different person from me, so I should not start comparing. It's really hard to do this.
Yeah, it's impossible to not compare yourself to somebody else, especially when you're by yourself and you're keeping those thoughts to yourself, so you don't have somebody to be like, oh, what you're thinking is toxic. What you're thinking is really stupid and doesn't make any sense. But you're going to be saying it to yourself, saying like, oh, I'm comparing myself to that person, and like, I could be working right now. I could be doing this right now. It's like, no.
And I look at like social media, you know, and think like, oh, I want to be like him. It just happens naturally. It's really hard to resist that. But we have to train ourselves not to compare to others and just focus on yourself and your life, you know, and just, you know.
Yeah. Them TikTok videos of how I made 20K in a month. But they're putting those videos out there for like validation. Do you get it? I know you get it, but it's like the reason why that exists is because they're looking for validation. They're showing off. They're bragging.
You get what I'm saying. Yeah. So anyways, I hope you liked it, and I hope you have a good day, and I hope you find what you love, and I hope you practice and actually do fill your life with all the stuff that you love. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
That's such a good video. I'm going to link it again. If you guys liked it, just leave a like. You already saw it. You can leave a like. That was so good. I really liked it. We need more like positive people like that. Working 9 to 10 hours a day kills society. For real. This culture is too competitive. No one has time for energy for sex, let alone a partnership and kids. Because it's just hard. It's just crazy. And they saw the $500 course. That's a scam. It's hard because society in South Korea is set up to judge and compare everyone. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Nobody there has any dignity, like he said. They're screwed. It's all about finding a balance. And it's tricky, but it's not. You know? My favorite moments is playing video games. That's my favorite moments. When you're grinding to get the thing, to make the thing easier. That's the best. That's my favorite thing. Balances for the week. I really liked this video. Go check him out. I thought it was wholesome and really nice. Well said. Well put together. I thought it was a 10 out of 10. Heard somebody describe modern Korean as the worst parts of capitalism mixed with the worst parts of Confucianism and is really bad. Well, deciding 2024 has increased productivity by 200% and profits by 2,500%. Humans do not need to work 40 hours a week to make the world turn. Seems like it. What is this? Why is it still on up? Give me the good speed.
Don't try to act like you don't know what we be neither. We in the club all the time.
We in the club! We in the club!
Go, shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday.
That's definitely gonna flag a copyright strike thing. Go, shoddy. I just want to get copyrighted. We gotta listen to the rest of it. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Nana, how much is your scam course? $1 billion. And don't worry, you can do monthly payments. Don't worry, doable. Hi, Crowan. You see the videos of the black guy that flew to Japan because he heard they were paying guys to make babies? I've heard that. I don't know how much of that is true. Super, super weird. Since we're still on the topic of dating, I forgot what. Shoe on head. Where do I sign up? I saw this video. Since we're still talking about dating and stuff, I saw this really funny. A lot of people hate Shoe on head. I don't know why, but she made a really funny video, and I think it's worth watching. This one is called Hag Maxing, and it's about people that can't find relationships, so they find relationships with older women. So it'll be younger guys falling in love, hooking up with older women. And I hate that it's called Hag Maxing, because you know what a hag is? It ain't chill. Let's just watch it. I like it. I liked it. I'll watch it again. It's funny.
Thanks to various social and economic factors and the rich, evil, pedophile clowns that run our gay, retarded government, the American dream of owning a house and having a wife and 2 kids is dying. And the Zoomer-Coomer fantasy of a rich, older girlfriend taking charge and making you chicken nuggets while you play video
Wait. How many of you guys wouldn't mind having a rich, older girlfriend that will take care of you? That's what we're talking about. That's what this is about. That's the goal. That's what we all want.
Games in your pajamas all day is thriving. Back in my day, we called this cougar hunting. Or, you know, mommy issues. But the kids today are calling it something different. Hag maxing.
the cougar
In my last video,
epidemic.
I jokingly referenced the term hagmaxing.
You've been on a date with a 40-year-old.
Okay, that's different.
How is that different?
He's right, it's different. You're robbing the cradle, he's hagmaxing. Educate yourself. Which greatly intrigued a lot of you. So I decided, you know what, I am going to make an entire video dedicated to covering this phenomenon. Gen Z men going out of their way to date older women. What is this? Why is this happening? Is this happening? And if it's happening,
I
is
don't
it a
think
good
it's
thing,
happened
or
that
is it a
often.
symptom of broader societal issues?
But I think it does
Why are all
happen.
these young whippersnappers scooping up these older timepieces? Oh, speaking of timepieces, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Holzgern. Holzgern is a young Austrian
We're going to
company
watch the
that
ad.
creates uniquely crafted watches, jewelry, and accessories using all natural materials like wood and stone.
Ooh.
Their high-quality timepieces come in various designs for both men and women. Personally, I'm a
Get
huge
yourself
fan
a
of their
watch
men's
like
watch
this
collection,
instead of a
like the
stupid
solar-powered watch
Rolex.
called the Comfort Crusher. That's made with
Get
fine-grained
something you
walnut and
actually
encased in
like
stainless steel. The
without
walnut comes from here
going
in
in
North
debt for the
America,
rest of
and
your
all the wood
life.
Holzgern uses
Nobody's
are
gonna look at your
FSC
watch and be like,
certified,
"Oh, you're so
ensuring that
cool."
it was forested in a
Get something
sustainable way.
cool.
I got my husband the Open Horizon watch,
Something you
modeled after
like
a real pilot's watch.
that
It
you
comes with a
will
beautiful green
wear.
marble dial and even has a built-in stopwatch function. He loves the sporty yet professional look, making it a perfect choice to wear at both work and home. And it would be a great gift for any cougar looking to spoil their Zoomer boyfriend.
What?
Just saying. The watch I picked out for
What?
myself is the Colorburst Automatic Watch.
Nice
It has
clock,
a unique
bro.
green mosaic embedded in a stainless steel casing, and its wooden strap is easily adjustable to fit every wrist.
You subscribe to
Holzgern's
her
products are
channel?
made in small quantities to ensure that
Me
each item
too.
is built to last. They do a great job combining functionality and fashion, and I just think their watches look really neat. Holzgern also creates elegantly crafted earrings, rings, bracelets.
Wait, I like the Sonic the Hedgehog watch at Target. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Everything that I said is invalid. You're stupid. I'm just kidding.
necklaces, like this platinum-plated shade necklace. The store has accessories for both men
I
and women,
believe that
like the
you
durable
do.
Forte bandlet for men made from orange-white marble, or the Duet bandlet for women, made with zebra wood and elegant gold
Ooh,
stainless
zebra
steel.
wood.
All items come with a 2-year warranty, and ordering is super easy with free express shipping to the US and most EU countries within 2 to 5 days. So if you're looking for a gift for someone, or you just want to treat yourself to a nice high-quality watch, I definitely recommend checking out their store. Just click the link in the video description and use my special discount code SHOE at checkout to get 10% off your order
Only
store-wide.
10?
So big thank you to Holzgern for sponsoring this video.
10%?
Now, let's get back to it.
That's it.
What's up with Gen Z slang, dude? Looks maxing, hag maxing, riz, sus. Back in my day, we had our epic bacon and rafflecopters, and we were happy. Now, when I think of the term hag, I usually think of an evil, cackling witch. But no,
Yeah.
apparently now it means women above 30. Fuck you guys. I'm so tired of comments that are like,
Hey, how old is she on head? How old is she on head? I know she just had a kid. She's 33.
I used to watch you when I was in 3rd grade, and now I'm graduating college. Good for you! Awesome! Congratulations! My knees hurt when I get up off the floor! Now, this term hagmaxing went viral a few months ago with this screenshot. Meet the hagmaxers, Gen Z's new social trend of dating older women. A very strange phenomenon is making its rounds on social media. Gen Z men are ditching casual sex with their women to pursue long-term relationships with financially stable and experienced millennial ladies. Now, even though this article doesn't actually exist, it was a meme created on 4chan, because of course it was, but the meme did
It always
spark a
is.
massive conversation and debate about hagmaxing. And people had a lot of strong opinions about it.
They're gonna say it's
Motherless
gross.
behavior. This is just mommy issues rebrand. Another day, another
No,
side.
but like, is it really a problem if both people are finding love? Maybe one person's using the other person, but the other person's also using the other person for emotional. Like, you know? It's an equilibrium. Is it really a problem? Is it really an issue? Just because you think it's gross, can't you yuck my yum?
Up. It's not hagmaxing, it's MILF hunting, and it's an art. Please don't misappropriate my fetishes, giving the dumbest name known to humankind to having a mommy kink. I mean, to be honest, I'm 16, waiting for a 20 to 25-year-old to pick me up, lol. Okay, officer,
What?
I'm gonna throw up. I would love to have a 40-year-old sugar mama who buys me gifts and pays my bills. Drizzle, drizzle. Young hard
Drizzle,
and the
drizzle.
older women who enjoy them. This isn't new. Hagmax bandwagoners are so cringe. I've been hagmaxing since 2nd grade in Miss Johnson's class. I'm going to-
Are you a student hooking up with the teacher? That's a hagmaxing. That's a fucking crime. No.
every last Gen Z and Gen Alpha kid on this planet, including myself. I want to be a hagmaxer, lol, any female taker, XD. I like thick milfs and I cannot lie. Oh nice, it must be socially acceptable for 37-year-old men to date 20-year-old women again. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Absolutely not. I fucking love adult women. Women over 32 should be illegal. Now, according to the very astute, always reliable source, knowyourmeme.com, the term hagmaxing is very popular in the—
Wait, I'm sorry, I gotta pause it. So I'm advocating, like, if you're in your mid to late 20s and you're dating, like, an older woman, I'm like, that's fine. But if you reverse the roles, where it's a younger person dating, like a younger lady dating an old man, that does feel weird. But let's just say the ages are like mid-20s to late 20s on the woman, and the guy might be in his 40s. Can it be done responsibly? Yes. Is it being done responsibly? Could be. The kid, I don't want to say the kid. One person wants the financial stability and all of that, and the other person wants emotional stability. Find your happiness, I guess. Stop saying the kid!
VTuber community. Now, I don't have much interest in the VTuber community, but they seem to have a lot of interest in me. A lot of interest. Should I do a video reacting to VTubers reacting to me one day? That might be fun. Let me know if I should do that. Although it seems to be a meme amongst the VTubers and the weebs, it is apparently a thing happening.
The Black Caesar one just gifted 6 subs.
Thank you for getting 6 subs. Holy. Thank you, the Black Caesar. Thank you. That's crazy. I appreciate it.
In real life. Rise of the boy toy. Why older women are dating Gen Z men at record rate. One woman stated, women my age seem to be excited by the freshness and lack of bitterness that comes with dating someone younger. Younger men seem more open and less burdened by insecurities. Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to be saying this like 100 times in this video, but could you imagine an article like this with the genders reversed?
Yeah, it's
I love dating
weird.
young, fresh boys. They're less bitter. They have less baggage. They're not ran through.
It's
People would just be
weird.
calling it red pill incel shit. Age gap relationships between millennial women and Gen Z men are on the rise. Our analysis of age hypogamy reveals the pragmatic underpinning of these relationships. It sometimes comes down to who's available. Many older men prefer to date younger women. The same is true for a lot of older women, with millennial and Gen Z men emerging as appealing dating options. For their part, many Gen Z men might have few opportunities to date women their own age, or prefer to date older women for various reasons. Enter millennial women.
And I'm proud to be a millennial with my side part.
Is that what people want? Did she say side part? Do I have a side part?
If you're an older millennial,
I got rid of the skinny jeans, and you guys should too. Stop wearing skinny jeans. It looks cringe. It's not flattering on your body. Just wear baggy anything that you want, and you'll be fine. Even sweatpants, who cares? Go try.
Woman, you might be attracted to younger men for their energy,
It's
inclusive
over.
views about sex and gender, and superior care and literacy about their partner's emotional well-being. In many ways, Gen Z men see millennial women as an opportunity to level up emotionally and socially. With their
Ooh.
evolved attitudes about everything from non-monogamy and gender fluidity to the anti-hustle soft life, Gen Z men may be the most likely generation to overturn powerfully entrenched stereotypes about sex and relationships. The kind featured by Podcast Bros. I love how millennial
Let's
women have
go.
just psyoped themselves into believing a man who thinks f***ing a whole bunch of different women at the same time with no romantic commitment is an evolved way of looking at relationships. Like, yes, queen, that Zoomer you're banging is so open-minded and progressive. He's not like those Podcast Bros. I swear modern feminism is like the greatest trick men have played on women. Like, just a bunch of dudes got in a room one day and were like, hear me out. We convinced them that getting naked and sleeping around is empowering. Genius! Even
I mean, we can just say it is, and everybody gets to have fun, and everything is fine.
Hollywood seems to be hopping on the hag-maxing train. Why are so many older women dating younger men in recent rom-coms? I'm old enough to be your mother, sighs Anne Hathaway as she passionately entwines with
I don't
Amazon's
care.
new heartthrob Nicholas Galazine in The Idea of You. Oh, Anne Hathaway? I'm sorry, who wouldn't hag-max with Anne Hathaway?
What a forward young man you are! My goodness.
This phenomena is a ground-breaking shift, considering Hollywood's reputation for perpetuating the male gaze and old men's uncanny obsession with younger women. You know, I really don't care about this shit, but it is so funny how much of this equality stuff is just, okay, now it's women's turn to do the thing we said was bad. All the new strong female leads in movies that are just kind of assholes, celebrating of billionaire female CEOs. Like, did you actually want
we don't
change?
want that.
Or was it really all just penis envy. Older women partnering with younger men. Why do some people have a problem with that? Perhaps celebrities will help ease the stigma. The French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, is almost 25 years older than her husband. They met when he was 15, and
he was 15, and she was his high school teacher. I don't like that. I don't like that. If there's a huge age gap, I think it's fine if they're old enough to already have experienced a good part of their life. If they're like late 20s, late 30s, I think maybe it can be done. But not 15 and 25. The older you guys are, the more acceptable the gap can be. Just not when you're in high school. What?
she was his high school teacher. Wait, that is not good. There should be a stigma against that. What? Maybe these high-profile women will help shatter the stigma and normalize the benefits of widening our options when seeking romantic partnerships. After all, at every age, we deserve what our hearts desire. No. When you are a grown-ass teacher and your heart desires an underage student, you do not, in fact, deserve that.
Oh my God.
What am I reading? I'm 37 and my boyfriend is 23. I make upper six figures and own a condo in New York City. At least 3 of my friends are also dating significantly younger men. One is 32 and has been dating a 19-year-old for 3 years. I don't rely on men to be financially stable. I don't need my man to have a good job. We both know what we want out of this relationship and we're getting it. You know, honestly, good for this wait, one is 32 dating a 19-year-old for 3 years.
Oh, wait, you do the math on it. No!
Oh no. We older women aren't men haters. We have a lot of love and make a man feel like a man. We are not drama queens. We can't get pregnant. We are very sexy. I'm not like the other girls. I'm infertile. Men dating older women?
That's, you know, that's a negative being turned into a positive. We like that. Is it attractive or like, no? That's just weird. We gotta get pregnant. Nut. You could nut in me. But it's because it's desperate. Because no one likes desperate. And that's what it's giving off. As well as other things.
And it's called hag maxing now. Why can't men just be normal? Why does everything have to be misogynistic? No. It's not misogynistic. The term hag here is endearing. We're taking back the term hag.
Yeah.
Black people took back the N-word. There's something seriously disgusting about men taking advantage of women's loneliness for their resources. So when it's a younger man dating an older woman, the younger man is still the predatory one? What? You guys just cannot win. Really? This is so disgusting. 34 is not old. I am not a hag. Okay, so we've heard from the hags. Now let's hear from the hag maxers. Why are these young men dating older women? I have mommy issues. Oh, okay. Well, there has to be other reasons, right?
Yeah.
I have a granny fetish. Come on, there's gotta be another reason.
Wait. You can't say you have a granny fetish and you're dating like somebody in the 30s. Everybody in the 30s is fucking dying from that comment. You're cooked. You know what? It's the thing. Dating is hard. And the women in the 30s were probably people that were told, like, you don't need no man. You can be an independent, strong woman. And now those people are alone. And then Gen Z, people my age, are like, I can't get a date. You can't get a date. Boom. Done.
Gen Z women aren't worth going for. And I have mommy issues. To be honest, as a guy who's 22 dating a 36-year-old, I think for the most part, older women are just a lot less drama and just more mature. Older the better. Most have a car, a house, financial stability, and time. They are mature and can teach you some valuable lessons, wisdom, and experience. I'm still 19, and for me, older women I flirt with at bars and clubs are much more receptive and flirty than Zoomer girls. Honestly, it's partly because modern Western girls from 18 to 25 are like 80% hoes now. A woman who is 30 today likely has fewer partners, sexual or other.
Do you guys agree with that? Girls from 18 to 25 are 80% hoes. Do you guys agree with that? Whoever this person is, I think they're just not happy. You know, they probably had some bad experiences and they were told to believe this. Stop saying true.
other than a woman who is 5 years younger than her. I changed my Tinder age range from 20 to 25 to 30 to 39 and have been going on more dates than ever before with beautiful women who do not care that I don't make 6 figures at 22 years old. It's either take care of a younger woman who we know is potentially a flight risk or appreciate an older woman who has their own shit together. George W. Bush married an older woman to get that money. I don't think George W. Bush should be a role model for anything. Easy, good sex, intellectual conversations, less games, more fun, and they treat you nicely. They tend to be more
I gotta pause it. You guys are crazy. Everybody's saying true, true, true. 80%. I'm sorry. I come to NYC. I'll prove it. Skill diff.
Did I mention the sex part? Oh, and if it's post-menopause, even better. If girls can date older
You're
men,
a little bit
then why not
right.
younger men date older women? I'm 16, and I'm not attracted to anyone below 30 years old. Ah yes, the elusive
What?
reverse pedophile. Dating a woman with a career, property, experience in bed, and life. What's not to like? Young sluts want the money up front. Old sluts are just happy to get some attention. Older women fed me, slept with me, and sent me on my way with snack packs. Legit amazing. I'm 26 now, dating a 38-year-old after years of trying with women my age and younger. They're all social media obsessed narcissists. I feel like they're
Me.
hyping up millennial women too
Wait.
much here. Oh, they're not narcissists.
Do you guys think I'm part of the problem? Yes or no? I feel like I'm on the same level as you guys, you know? I'm one of the boys. Just a femboy. I'm cringy.
This obsessed with social media. You guys weren't around during the MySpace days. Have you ever met a Gen Z woman? Who would want to date them? They're me, give me, take care of me. Man, if the ones my age ain't loyal, might as well. They're basically like a grandma caring for you and taking care of you. Oh my god. Nothing like a no denture adventure. You people are sick.
No dentured adventure.
Happening more than ever just because Gen Z
I gotta
men
hear
like
it.
easy sex or gifts. Or that Gen Z women are too obsessed with drama or social media. No, I think there's more to it, and I have a few theories. So, as we talked about before in other videos, a lot of men are dropping out of college. The issue is, a lot of young college-educated women want college-educated men. See,
Yep.
Stacy is looking for someone college-educated who's making more than her. But not that
Nope.
many young men are on that level yet. Older men are, but not many around Stacy's age. But you know who doesn't care? Karen. Karen doesn't care about your lack of college degree. Karen wants to pick you up in her 2013 Toyota minivan and bang you in the back seat, then take you to Olive Garden. No strings attached. Unlimited breadsticks. For basically all of human history, the most
Sounds like a
prevalent
good
age
time.
gap was older men and younger women. But why? Well, it's because men are all disgusting creeps who should be thrown into work camps and castrated and forced to make us pumpkin spice lattes. But also, it's because younger women are more fertile, and the whole point of relationship, at least it used to be. Well, at least in our lizard brains. That's the whole point. I don't know what the
Right.
point of modern relationships are anymore. I just learned recently that people purposely get into short-term relationships, which is bizarre to me, like what's the point? As well as situationships and polycules. The world
Don't
is
e-
very confusing.
I'm gonna say it. I hate polycules. I fucking hate it. That's a full-time gig. I ain't about that. And not only that, there's also STDs and stuff. I don't like that. The only thing I'm polycule for is video games. Fuck you.
It turns out people are different than me. Now, let's be real, hagmaxing simply does not make any sense from a evolutionary biological standpoint. But it's 2024, we have surpassed the need for evolutionary biology. We can grow babies in pods and also kill ourselves in them. Our brains are full of plastic now. Men wanting to be with younger women made sense when babies were the goal, but babies don't seem to be the goal anymore. For many
Well,
older
yeah,
women who
that's
simply
true.
don't want to have them, and for many younger Gen Z men
just
who
can't.
think they can't afford them, or even worse, are scared that having kids will contribute to climate change. It's like every other week I see an
That's
article.
actually true. There's a lot of people not having kids because they're scared about climate change and like all of that going on. That's a stupid ass reason to not have kids, but I get it. That's a one factor among a whole sea of other reasons why you don't want kids. That's just one. Hopefully it's not the main one.
Fear-mongering Gen Z.
A whole
Don't
sea full of plastic. Those are all the factors.
have kids, it will increase the carbon emissions, blah blah blah. You have to save the planet. And first of all, I gotta ask, who the fuck are we saving the planet for if not future generations? So if Gen Z does not want kids, they think they can't afford kids.
Wait, sorry, I gotta pause it again. So you're worried about ruining the planet, so you're trying to do everything to make it better. But why are you saving the planet if you're not gonna have kids to live on that planet?
Why does being with a fertile woman even matter? Might as well date an older woman. Might as well scramble those rotten eggs. Oh, editor, edit that out. Edit that out. No. But believe it or not, hagmaxing is not really a new thing. It's been around for a really long time, hundreds of years even. In fact, there was a very famous hagmaxer in American history who wrote an entire letter of why it's preferable to sleep with an older woman. And that hagmaxer's name? Benjamin Franklin.
What?
No, I'm not kidding. Benjamin Franklin literally wrote about the benefits of hagmaxing. And what's funny is a lot of the reasons Benjamin Franklin gives are the same reasons a lot of the Zoomers who hagmax give today. Because as they have more knowledge of the world and their minds are better stored with observations, their conversation is more improving and more lastingly
people are
agreeable.
saying.
Because when women cease to be handsome, they study to be good. So basically, she can't rely on her looks anymore and has to develop a personality. Because there is no hazard of children, which irregularly produced may be attended with much inconvenience. Because through more experience, they are more prudent and discreet in conducting an intrigue to prevent suspicion. They're easier to cheat on your wife with.
Oh my god.
Lovely, because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part. The face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms, the lower parts continuing to the last.
So, as you get older, gravity is gonna be pushing down on you, so you're gonna look older from the head down. But it's like, you're gonna start here, and it's gonna slowly work its way down. So that means the pussy is still good, is what Benjamin Franklin is trying to say. The pussy, nothing changes. The face, maybe, changes. The tits, maybe, but depends. But the pussy's the fine. Why? Why is Benjamin Franklin? You know he would get canceled? If he was alive today saying this kind of stuff, he would get canceled. Everybody would be like, what the fuck? How are we gonna vote on a future president? Everyone's gonna be like, oh, let me pull up your Discord logs. What did you mean by I'm gonna throw a pipe bomb at your mailbox? What do you mean by I'm gonna fuck old ladies because their pussy's so good? What do you mean by that? That's crazy. I don't know how we're gonna vote for somebody. It's gonna be some AI generated person that has the perfect history, or some weirdo. There's no way we can get what we want.
As plump as ever. Benjamin Franklin really just said, the ass is still fat. Incredible stuff from our founding fathers. I will literally never be able to look at a picture of this man the same again. This is no longer the guy who discovered electricity. No, this is the great American hagmaxer. So basically, some Gen Z guys have found a hack in the male loneliness epidemic by dating the women who are suffering from the female loneliness epidemic. Like the two unwanted ends of a bread loaf coming together to make a sandwich. Beautiful. Two people who believe they are the leftovers of society. Two people using each other to temporarily numb the pain.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not that fucking deep and it's just a funny meme. To be honest, I don't think this is an epidemic like the internet makes it
it's not
seem
that
like
crazy.
All the data basically says that women prefer to date men slightly older than them or around the same age as them, and men tend to date women younger than them or around the same age as them. Large age gaps, for the most part, are rare. In relationships where the man is older, he's usually only older by 1 to 2 years. In relationships where the woman is older, 2 to 3 years. In all Western countries, only 8% of couples have an age gap of 10 or more, and couples with a larger age gap have more of a chance of getting a divorce. But it is a rising trend to think about and keep an eye on. As the social landscape continues to change, so will gender dynamics, and I find that very interesting. But that's enough of my yapping. What do you guys think? What do you think of hagmaxing? Have you ever hagmaxed? Would you hagmax?
I haven't hagmaxed in theory. But usually when I date somebody, they are older than me. But it's not hagmaxing. There was this one person who would always describe themselves as an old lady. And I was like, stop doing that. But you know what? People my age do look like they're way older than they actually are. I'm gonna say it. Do I look like my age? Hopefully not, because I try to take care of myself. But there's people that are younger than me that should look younger than me, but they look worn out and they look older. And it's like, ugh. It's crazy. What even is your age? You look good for 38. I'm 38. It's not hagmaxing when because I wasn't. She's 41. I don't look
Personally,
41.
I am married to someone younger than me. He was graduating middle school while I was going into college. Well, to be clear, I did not know him when he was in middle school. I'm not married to a middle schooler. Not a groomer, folks. Do not put in the newspaper that I am a groomer. If you like this video, please...
Alright guys, put in the newspapers that she is a groomer.
Please consider supporting me on Patreon, link down below. It helps the channel a lot.
Great video. If you liked the video, if you liked watching this with me, go like the video. It's only fair. If you liked it, I liked it, you liked it. Let me just like it. That's a W video. That's W. If you want to hack Max, go for it. Just be safe and nice to people. Be friendly. Not too friendly. What if you have kids? Then you're screwed. Caught. A great video. What's the youngest you'd go? I had the opportunity to say something really funny, but also really illegal. A couple years. Just a couple years. It's fine. No pro bono chat. Yeah. Okay, buddy. I'm calling the cops on you. Sus. That's a pretty good video. I don't think the epidemic is as big as people think it is. People are just discovering that if you just date out of your age bracket, that maybe you have more options. Maybe right now, you don't fit into your own age group and you fit into someone older, but, you know, don't be a pedophile. Great video, 10 out of 10. What the heck? What the heck? Don't be Drake. We don't know for sure what that situation was, but it does seem sus. What the hell is this? Or Diddy. The youngest is 25 and you're 28. That seems fair. Or Dr. Disrespect. The funny thing is, when Dr. Disrespect came back, he was like, yes, it was a minor, but it was legal where it was taking place. That doesn't make it any better. That is wild. Imagine that's your comeback. It's legal for being a pedophile. Guys, it's legal in the area that we were at. What the hell? If your argument is they are technically legal, that makes it worse. That's weird. Okay, I want to talk about something very weird to me. And I want to know if this is justifiable to be uncomfortable about it, okay? This might just be an insecurity about me, or maybe we just discovered somebody getting sexually assaulted. Not sexually assaulted, but like getting assaulted. And I think it's really interesting. Vladimir is a person who they cross-dress and they pretend to be a girl, and then the punch line of his joke is like, haha, I'm not a joke. I have a deep voice and big muscles. And that's fine. If that's the entertainment that you want to consume, that's fine. I think that's weird, because in a way, I'm projecting myself onto Vlad, being like, oh, that's a little bit transphobic, because I'm projecting myself onto them. There's the same reason why Finster got rid of his Omegle videos, because it's kind of like, haha, I'm actually a guy, and you're gay, because I'm a cross-dresser. I convince you that I look like a woman and everything, but I'm not. So, like, in a way, you can manipulate it to make it feel transphobic, but for me, who is someone who is trans, that's kind of my worst nightmare, for somebody to be like, you're actually a man. I was like, no, I'm not. This is a situation. You know what I mean? It is like a really weird situation, but because he's really attractive and really successful and funny, he can get away with doing whatever he wants. And I'm not out here trying to cancel him or do anything like that. I'm just expressing that I feel uncomfortable just because I'm projecting my own insecurities on him, which maybe that's the situation. But I want to show you guys this video of him meeting Tyler One.
Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, my brother. My name is Vladimir. What?
So he was doing this all around TwitchCon. The jump is like, haha, I'm actually a guy. And that's every single one of his content. That's everything. And for somebody who's trans, it's like, we don't want that to be our perception. And then right now, trans is kind of like the thing. That's the only thing that Republicans talk about. So to me, it's like, oh, he's freaking the fuck out. Because right now, if he says anything bad or reacts in a bad way, he's canceled forever. And on the other hand, like people like me who are trans, I don't ever want to be in this situation because I feel like it's the trans panic defense. They're going to fucking kill me, you know? I don't know if it's reasonable for me to be uncomfortable by this, but for me, it's just, I'm projecting a lot of insecurity. So check this out. He exposes himself like, I'm a guy. That's the joke. That's every joke.
I found a million. What is this handshake, bro?
Nice to meet you.
Give me like real man. Bro, try harder.
I can't. You're breaking my fucking.
I'm breaking your what? I can hear you. You're way too far down, bro. I don't hear you.
My fucking hand.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That switch up was a bit crazy though.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, the switch up is crazy. It makes everybody uncomfortable. And that's whatever. That's what I'm afraid of, you know? And, you know, Vladimir is just playing a character, and Tyler 1 isn't also a character. But Vladimir, I feel like he's taking it a little bit too far by, like, making fun of his high, gripping his hand really hard. Even though this guy is more than capable of, like, taking care of himself, it's just weird. It's a weird situation to be in. But this isn't the worst part.
I don't understand why would you say that. Before you said something about once somebody meets you, it's a canon event, and everyone goes downhill from there on, right? But there is one issue, my brother. You see, the only thing that's downhill in my life is my look when I have to talk to you.
Oh, that's a little bit disrespectful now, Vladimir.
But I need to look downhill in order to look for you, no?
Okay, high jokes, whatever.
Get off of me! Get
That right there! That crosses the line. One man picking up another man off his fucking feet, I think that crosses the line. Putting your hands on a man like that, that is not allowed at all. If you do this anywhere else that isn't here, you're gonna get fucking hit. Whatever happens next is socially deserved. You don't just do this to somebody. The entire time you're just teasing him about him being short and being like a lesser person, and you're here, a bigger, taller, more muscular person, bullying somebody who's smaller. Okay, whatever, you know, that can be funny because they're both characters. But picking them up, that is too much. Why? No, that's not acceptable. I think that people are like, ha ha, Vladimir's so funny. If I'm in that situation, I'm freaking the fuck out. That's not okay. And you know, immediately Tyler 1 was like, no, that's not okay. And the entire time, he's like, no, that's not okay.
In order to look for you, no?
Here it comes. That's a violation.
Get off! Fucking Vladimir.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you, Vlad. Oh, See,
okay.
But then everything's okay because it's Tyler 1 and everything. And everything's acceptable. But I would not want somebody to pick me up. And I'm sure you guys wouldn't want that either. I think that's a huge violation. All of this is just kind of, you're getting dunked on and you gotta deal with it because you're at an event or whatever. That ain't it. That ain't it. That's a violation.
Yeah! The crazy shit.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. Well, no, I got one better.
I'm glad he's a good sport, though. He's being a good sport about it.
Okay, that's more like it. Nice to meet you, bro. Yeah.
Any other situation, this ain't allowed. It's my own insecurities that are like amplifying it, you know? What do you guys think? Yeah, you're just getting roasted at an event. You are getting paid thousands of dollars, you know? But it is playful and they are playing along and everything. It's kind of like when you're a woman and somebody like sexually like molests you or whatever, you just kind of have to like joke and play it off, and it's like, that person violated your space and that does not feel good. You know, like when people rage when they're driving, it's like that level of rage, you know? I think Vlad went too far here. The rest of the other insecurities, it's like, that's my fault, you know? Whatever, it is what it is. I'll be butthurt about that. But I feel like that's a no-no. That's a no-no thing to do. Just straight up not chill. If there were security guards there, they'd probably push him the fuck off. If they were like right there, they'd be like, no, get away, get away. They would take care of that and be like, no, that ain't it. I don't want people like that to alter people's perception of me as a trans woman. Yeah, I feel that. But again, that might be our own insecurities, you know? I'm able to separate that. But I just don't like what they did. It's just super weird. I don't know, just boys being boys. Especially since it's Tyler 1. Have you seen Tyler 1's meetups are like, yeah, but have you seen like Speed's meetups are crazy, but they like attack him. And that's like the norm. Is like, have you guys seen that? It's fine. They pulled one of his dreads out of his fucking head. That's unacceptable. What happened to Speed? They fucking yanked it off of his fucking skull. That could not feel good. I just don't want people to put their hands on other people, especially picking them up. That is crazy. I don't think it was cool, and I'm glad Tyler Wood was a homie about it, and he was being a good sport and just being like, haha, so funny. You did scare me, though, but that was kind of funny. Of course, like, she's not gonna, like, cause a scene or whatever. You can't cause a scene on this. There's no way. Because the politics on it look really weird. So with trans people and this Twitch community and all of that, you can't say anything bad about trans people. And if you have a bad reaction with somebody who could potentially be trans, you're fucked. Your whole career is gone. So you just gotta be there and take it. You literally have to just take it up the ass, and there's nothing you can do about it. As everybody here is okay with it. I think it's super, super weird. Don't put your hands on other people. Unless they're your homie, like actually, like you know them and like everything's cool and you've already done this before and everything's cool. This is different. You're just meeting up with someone. Like celebrities don't like it when you put your grubby hands all over them. No one likes it. There's another person at TwitchCon that got also harassed by a kick streamer. They came up to him, was like, "Can I kiss you in the forehead?" And the guy's like, "Fine, you can kiss me in the forehead." Kiss in the forehead, starts sucking on his fucking nipple. Like, what the fuck, dude? Everyone at TwitchCon is getting fucking harassed. Just get your hands off of people. If you want a hug, ask. Just ask. Or something like that. It's not that bad. Doing this, that ain't it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Everything about it is just icky, and I don't like it. Disgusting. It gives me like, I just cringe. And I know I'm overreacting, but like I said, my emotions and everything is kind of amplifying everything. I have a low touch tolerance. Everybody has a low touch tolerance. Nobody wants a stranger coming up to them, especially if you're like in a costume like this and you're tricking people. It's just, it ain't it. It ain't it. It's just weird. I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I overreacting? Is it a violation? Am I justified in what I'm feeling? I know I'm overreacting a little bit, but it's like, no, I don't like it. I just think people should just respect people's spaces. It's super, super weird. Super, super weird. Yeah, and there was a kick streamer who was wearing a dress because they wanted to look like one of the trans people, and they're kind of being weird on purpose. Well, they're already weird. And they're like, haha, I'm kind of like one of those weird trans people. And they're like, it's such a weird environment. Just so weird. And I know, like, you're at this nerdy convention, you're full of geeks and nerds, and nobody here has any, like, social, like, skills or anything. But why is it so hard for people to not touch each other? Don't violate people like that, man. If you want to violate someone, take them out, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they're nice, make sure the vibes are great, and then violate them with consent. Don't just come out of nowhere and just surprise someone and just do whatever you want to do to another person. It's just weird. And no one else sees this. I feel like a crazy person. Oh, there are a couple of people being like, Tyler One looks like he's in pain. Or Tyler One always looks like he's in pain. So it's not really, I don't know. It's not really a big deal because Tyler One is okay. He's a man about it. He's a good, cool guy person. But I don't like this being the norm. It's just weird and uncomfortable. Let me know what you guys think about this. Especially because it's going to go on YouTube. Let me know in the comment sections. I think this would be a really interesting one. And don't send hate to anybody. We're all adults here. If you're going to go bully someone, that's stupid. Go bully the right people. People that are stupid. Not like this, you know what I mean? Go be cool. I just think it's so weird. Boop, boop, beep, beep. Why should it be called out? Like it's not affected you? I just don't want this to be the standard. I don't want people to come up to me either. That's not okay. I like to bully bullies. There we go. This is weird. Why do you care if it's not affecting you? You're right. You're right. You know what? I'm gonna go kill somebody. Don't get in my way. I'm gonna go bully somebody who doesn't deserve it. Don't get in my way. I would have screams. Yeah. Luckily, these were the two people, so nothing crazy happened. Tyler 1 could have, like, crashed the fuck out. I know why somebody's saying, why do you care? It's just... The whole Vlad gimmick, like, I get it. I acknowledge. It's... I mean, I don't think it's cool, but it's like, it ain't for me. And that's fine. Not every single piece of media is for me. And that's fine. If you want chocolate ice cream and I'm allergic and I hate chocolate, I'm not gonna let you not enjoy it. But it just puts a weird taste in my mouth because it's like, it could be interpreted and used against me. It's just, you know? Sus, 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 sus. So you like vanilla? I love vanilla and monkeys. Look at this monkey. Monkey! What do you think he's making? If you said monkey bread... monkey bread, monkey bread, monkey bread! Trash. That's so cute. Aww. I want to see what they made. That's so cute.
Oh, Daddy, you the first victim of the game, Daddy. Yeah.
Tyler 1 is this guy. Just kidding. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. I'm just telling a joke. Don't take it too seriously. Been there, done that. Whenever you're drunk, you go into a bathroom, you're just kind of like... That is so true.
Oh, bitch.
You go to the bathroom, you're just like... Wow, I am that drunk. You look into the mirror. Motion a third, find the fourth wheel. They have chemistry. They're going for a walk.
Who is that woman?
What do you mean?
She's not even the same race.
But she's wearing the same clothes.
Hold on.
You know what I like to say? Who shall they?
Never even heard of that.
Who shall they?
You're not gonna. What's wrong? No,
Every person is different. Now he's white.
Happy New Year! Max?
2001.
Sick. Take a look.
That's what I feel like when you take the wrong drugs and you're having a bad trip. There's no such thing as the right drugs either. You know what I mean?
Hey. Well, why the long face? People keep changing.
Is that such a bad thing?
I mean,
What, you want to stay here?
these people are having fun.
These people are stuck in the past.
What?
Max. He's here.
Did he bring his new girlfriend?
Ready to meet her?
I'm ready.
Great.
He's Mexican. That's kind of wholesome. That's a... Oh, it's not even over. Wait. I think I get it. People grow and change, and you're not always going to be surrounded by the right... not the right. You're not always going to be surrounded the same... It's trippy. There's some sort of moral to this. Is there something good about it?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Who the fuck are you?
Hey. I'm sorry. Are you recording?
What?
Are you recording?
No? What?
Look.
Are you following me around with a camera? You know that guy? No, I don't know this guy. No. Wait, hold on. Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking kill you!
I think the guy that's getting pranked is going to jail. You can't say I'm going to fucking kill you and chase someone. That is the worst crash out ever.
Oh, what? Whoa, what is wrong with him?
I saw the other POV. The cops do come and they do chase the guy that was being pranked because but you don't just do that. You don't just I'm gonna kill it. Yeah, you just don't do that.
I ain't gonna hold you. This hoe crazy. This hoe. Bro, is that a fucking monkey?
It's a monkey!
Wait, what the fuck? There's a monkey. Bro, there's a monkey in the. Bro, I know I'm not.
Yeah, it's a monkey hour.
The difference between a girl and a woman, because yesterday I did the difference between a man and a boy. And
All right, chat. What's the difference between a girl and a woman? I gotta stop putting this on my face.
And we're yapping in my comment section.
Age.
So we're gonna flip it back on us.
Maybe.
Number one, a girl will drop a hint in hopes that somebody picks it up, that they get it. But a woman will tell you straight up the fact of what she wants and expects for you to handle it on your own. Number two, girls will need validation from other people. And women will know their worth, know who they are, and they do not need anyone to tell them or confirm it. Three.
Okay.
How do you identify yourself? Are you a transgender or ladyboy?
I'm a transgender. I identify myself as a transgender and proud to be transgender.
She's kind of hot though. One time, I dated a really hot transgender Filipino.
From the Philippines or in.
If anyone, never mind.
Philippines, they call it bakla. Ladyboy is not really a thing in Philippines, the word. They're
Okay.
more like transgender or bakla.
In Thailand, there are many transgender, many ladyboys, right? And in Philippines, it seems that there are also many. Why is it so?
In Thailand, I think because it's like normal here, it's accepted. In Philippines, I think it's just a virus.
Virus?
Yeah. Like a zombie, you know, like somebody bites you and then
Trans virus.
again and again.
So it's like the trend?
Yeah, like a trend. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, Thai and Philippines are the ones that
Really?
have.
That's cool. Living it up.
Apparently, this filter takes away your beard. Let's go on this.
Wait, Sinister, are you still watching? That's something I want you to do.
No. It's adding me. It's you look fat. Look at him. I think I tried.
Alright, it's my turn. Let's see.
You don't even got a beard, shit. Now you look the same.
Wait.
Wait, what did you call him?
You look like when you're 7. Bro, you got no.
Okay, look. See, I got a little something, you know, a little under, what is it, goatee?
Yeah, little. Can you hurry up?
Wait. Yo, hold on.
Looks fine.
Why does this look like?
Bro, you look like a
There's
woman.
no way I would.
Apparently, this filter takes away your beard.
It's Florida, so yeah, but don't type it. Because I know it basically means kid. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Do you mind if I touch you? No, it's fine.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Everyone is panic buying due to the dock strikes. And there is even more footage of it. Watch.
My hair goes on my eyelash. Do you see that? I can ignore it, but is that annoying to you guys? As long as it doesn't get into my eye, it's fine. Stop. Gives me anxiety. I just got long, luscious lashes. That's just the default. I need to cut my bangs. I need to go short. Shorter. No bangs. I'm bald now. Next time I see somebody shopping at Walmart, I ain't going to piss on them. Bruh. Bruh. I feel like my forehead is big. I just look like any Hispanic woman that has like their hair back. All Hispanic women have big fucking foreheads. And then Hispanic men just have the smallest hairline. Like it'll be like here and they have like a little forehead. You know what they say about big heads, big foreheads. What? Big brain! You got a good point there. Oh no.
Waiting for you.
Guys! I'll be honest, my bra is bugging me and I just want to grab my boob and like... Hold on. Shut the fuck up. All you guys adjust your fucking balls. I know. I should be able to make any adjustments that I want. What changed? I'm not gonna show you me grabbing my fucking boobs. I'm sweaty. Talking a lot. Grab it. You like that? Anyways, before this gets weird, because you guys are gonna start getting weird with that, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Every stream, I say that like I had a fun time, but I genuinely have like a fun time with it. Like this one, we streamed a little bit longer than before, and I thought it was really good. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys appreciate it too. Hope you guys have an amazing Friday. Remember, don't worry about it. If you want to be doing whatever you want to do, then just do it. That's what life's about. Have some human dignity. If you want to chill out, then chill out. It's fine. You don't have to be spending every single second of your life min-maxing the most perfection thing. It's no big deal. You do you. And whatever makes you happy is what you should go for. Unless it's like, you know, bad stuff. Be safe. Be smart. Don't be out there. Be in there. You know what I mean? Fuck. Oh, yeah. I gotta go give my dog his medicine. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I love you all. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And I look forward to streaming more. And hopefully I can. I gotta stop playing with this boob insert. So yeah, enjoy yourselves. I love you all. Join the Discord if you haven't. I will be doing some irresponsible activities in the Discord. Irresponsible. Legal. Nothing weird. Alright, bye everybody. Bye! Take care of yourself. I love you. Mwah. I love you. I love you.